boy. Alright, we're just going with it. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Anyway, we're starting, and, well, hello, everybody. And look at that, we're starting so good. We got so many subscribers. Oh my goodness, this is great. Oh, man. So, gotta say, thank you so much, Noir VT, for all the, gifted sub for Luxroy tagging. Oh my goodness, you guys rock. Frank Commander, thank you. Oh my goodness, you guys are amazing. There's the thing. Oh my goodness. You guys super rock. Oh my goodness. Oh man, you guys are amazing so far. Oh man, you can use emotes. Yeah, yes you can. Hold on just a second. Let me just scooch myself over here. If I can just grab my stinking head here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Well, how many of you guys showed up from I'm like completely look at that. Well, thank you very much, Frankie, it's so good to see you, man. Liu, woo, yes, we are so happy right now. Yes, I can't. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna cry now. Oh, hey Minnie. Oh, hi Minnie. Hi everybody. Oh my goodness, you guys are amazing. I just instantly start streaming and suddenly I get this pouring of support. You guys are amazing. It is super happy. I can tell you, just finishing Kana streams, then I'll be a full viewer. That is so awesome. No, it is super awesome. It is super okay. Gotta say, love the fact that we had Kana. She is a sweetheart. And I will always see that as a sweetheart. And yes, I'm sure a lot of you come from there. If not, fun fact, we have Hype Train incoming. Oh my goodness, here we go. But I will definitely tell you something that we have. We have some crazy stuff coming down the pipeline. We have the Kana stream for tomorrow that I'm going to be teaching her how to play Portal 2, which is going to be fun. I'm super happy about that. And then hopefully, if I think about it at the end of the stream, I actually have an announcement that actually has ramifications towards a bigger group of us. So stay tuned for that. But for now, we're just going to goof around and make the crazy tier list. So for clarification, I want to let you all know this is not a normal tier list. I didn't want to go with something average. Hype, whoop whoop, yeah, right. So good. So the tier list we are doing is actually not ramifications. Scrawny, right? The tier list is actually not a traditional tier list. What we're going to be doing is I have a group of subgenres of anime that I've collected. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take everyone. First off, we're going to take everyone. We're going to introduce them properly. And then I'll give you all their follow links and all that fun stuff. Hopefully my mods in there are ready to go. And what we'll end up doing is we will actually be specifying what anime they would be part of. So what genre. So yeah, we got Liu on there on lock on that. Awesome. But yes, thank you so much for the sudden raid, the group of people, and all the gifted subs. You guys are awesome. And Luxroyd is like, I gave him 10 subs. Yes, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. It's kind of crazy what's going on, but I appreciate it. I'm trying to keep this hype going. We got a lot going on tonight. I just have to say thank you so much to everyone. Everyone who's followed me, everyone who is involved, everyone who is here. I can tell you that little Stinga from like a month ago, I started my journey here with literally three people viewing, and to think that a month later that I would be able to easily average 8 of you and you all think I'm entertaining, which by the way, keep thinking that, it helps me. But the fact that, oh, Kana, yeah, looks for gifted a tier sub to Kana. Oh, You guys are so cool. Hold on. I don't have any of this stupid infrastructure running. This is so dumb. But either way, I'm so happy everyone's here, that we're getting stuff started, that things are going to be happening. And I'm hoping, I'm going to try my best to get things going and get us to a place where all of you will benefit from being subbed and stuff like that. Like all sorts of crazy little fun games and stuff like that. And yes, don't worry, I'm in the still looking hard for a way to get Stingette in here. Trust me. I know that a lot of you really like her, and I know a lot of you really like the idea of Stingette and like her existence and things like that. So what I'm going to do is try to find a way to make it to where you guys can enjoy the benefit of having Stingette around on stream. And the best part about it is I will make sure that it is not something paid, that you can do it for free. So you can like mess around with Stingette and talk to her and all that fun stuff on stream without paying a dime. I will not put that behind a paywall. Stingette's love should not be behind a paywall. Anyway, without further ado, live, laugh, love, Stingette. You know it. Oh man. With that being said, if there are any late submissions to my tier list, by the way, do not hesitate, please, to submit them to my messages or send your link to my send your link, and I will do my best to include you tonight if I can. So there's no late submissions. I will do my best to make things run as smoothly as possible, and yeah, we'll get things pretty much underway at this point. But yeah, again, thank you so much for this journey. Every single one of you in here has made this journey as a content creator amazing, and every single one of you has been a mega support, and I cannot thank you all enough. Like, I honestly, when I started this, I thought I was going to be alone doing this whole thing. Like, I was going to start playing Star Fox Assault, or I was going to start playing games, and we were just gonna hang out. I was just gonna hang out on stream, get 3 or 4 viewers, maybe at the beginning. And yet here I am a month later, and I'm averaging, like, I'm getting up to 10 of you guys. Like, can't thank you all enough. Y'all rock. You're all amazing, every single one of you. And I will try to say many names. I got Leo, I got Luxroyd, I got Noir VT, I got Frankie here. Like, Frankie, I've watched you like doing all sorts of stuff. Like, your stuff on Twitter has been so much fun to watch. And honestly, like, I see half of you in here as, even you lurkers, I see like half of you in here as like, yeah, Noir, okay, yeah, Noir, okay. I see half of you guys as like above me, like better than, yeah, all right, Hope, yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm actually going to be adding some of my friends in here too. Yes, and that includes you, Hope. You didn't get a choice. You're gonna get in there once I start running out of people. So we're gonna actually get this goal rolling. So give me just a second. Live scene time. Here we are. Here we are at the tiermaker.com. I have made this a public tier list, so if y'all want to use it later. So, for your enjoyment, we have created these many different, at least seven different kinds of tier lists. Again, this is not like a tier as in someone's better than others. That's not how this works. We are going to actually be just doing it as different genres, right? And I'm going to put you in it. And I'll even give you a little backstory too, just to give you some justification as to whether or not how you'd fit in it. So, number one, we've got Mecha. Who here is familiar with like Gundam or Kogias or Erica 7, Muv-Love? That's an obscure one. Any mecha anime lovers out there? Let me hear it. Let me hear it in the comments if you got it in the chat. If we got any mecha lovers out there, because I know there are a couple of you out there. I'm definitely a super mecha lover. I love mecha anime. This is one of my favorite genres up here. So yeah, you better believe. Yeah. So next is the good old classic isekai anime, which I'm sure all of us are familiar with. We have watched Ava. It made me depressed. I watched during Darling in the Franxx. Okay, yes, I know of Ava. I was around when Ava was a big thing. Not a big fan of Ava, admittedly. So I apologize for Ava fans out there. I'm not a huge Ava fan. But I'm everywhere. Yes, you are, Hope. Yes, you are. So I'm not a big Ava fan. I am a Darling in the Franxx fan. I did enjoy that one. I did enjoy that one. That was a good one, even though some would debate that they're almost the same thing. Don't know, but so yeah, mecha is really fun. Next, we got isekai. So I'm sure all of you are familiar with isekai anime. You got your SAOs, you've got your When I Was Reincarnated as a Slime, you've got your Shield Heroes, and you also have your Overlords. Overlord is fun. Wait, hold on, I gotta check. And also, just a small reminder for those of you wondering, if I make it to 70 followers either tonight or soon, or 300 followers on Twitter, I will be doing an anime intro video. I love myself some really, really messy relationship as a viewer. Yeah, right? I know that much. So yes, so we got some isekai stuff, and yes, Overlord is probably my favorite. Admittedly, I am not really a sub watcher of Overlord. I am more of a dub enjoyer of Overlord. I'm sure all of you are familiar with I'm sure many of you are familiar with DBZ Abridged. One of my favorite voice actors there actually played Cooler in the movies. A guy ended up actually voicing Overlord, and it was like amazing. You own the novels, but you haven't read them yet. Oh, that's cool. So a light novel reader, so you know probably even more detailed than the rest of us do. A man of culture. I like it, Thigh. Okay, so next we have shonen. I'm sure everyone here is super familiar with shonen anime. You got your Narutos, your Dragon Balls. Hey, what's up, Carter? It's so good to see you. You got your, your Dragon Balls, your One Piece, which, by the way, if you haven't watched the One Piece Netflix show, heavily recommended. They did it very much justice. So yeah, you're very much like super popular stuff, right? Next we have your shoujo. This is your female stuff. This is your Clanad, your Cardcaptor Sakuras, your Sailor Moons. Trust me, I'm not really a good expert on this. You've got, I would say, like some romance stuff. Pretty good stuff. In that category, right? So you've got that going on. Next, we have Slice of Life. For your Slice of Life stuff. Hold on just a moment. So, you have your Slice of Life. We're getting back to it. Sorry about that, everybody. Slice of Life anime. You got like examples of like Haruhi Suzumiya. Again, I'm an anime boomer, so apologies in advance. You've got things like, I almost would say Love After World Domination would be fun. I'm gonna let this ad play. Oh, I forgot we have ads. Oh shoot. If an ad is playing, please let me know in the comments and I'll quit talking for a few seconds so everybody can catch up. Honestly, I'm kind of making this run. So I'm gonna let this one play. Gathering links. That's okay, Liu. Don't get ads, do they? No, subs don't get ads. So, thank you, Luxroyd, for all the subs you handed out. Now everybody don't have to listen to ads. Okay. So, Slice of Life, just kind of your average daily thing. And sometimes, life can be dramatic. I'm sure all of us here can attest to that. Etchy. Garter! Thank you! Thank you so much. Oh, I've surpassed my subprime goal. Oh my goodness, you guys rock! Ah, yes! We just passed our subprime goal, guys. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Like I said, I'm going to try to do as best I can. Send me messages on Twitter of stuff that you want me to add to the stream, and I will do my best to try to add it as best I can. Probably after this week, I'm not in PC, so I don't have audio. That's okay, Carter. You're good. Here, you know what? Just for you, man. What in the world, Streamlabs, you silly thing. Whatever. So, Etchy. Borderline hentai? Something close to it? I don't know. Admittedly, not... Well, admittedly not a super watcher of this. Accidental? Maybe. Yeah, Thigh, I would imagine you're very familiar. I would imagine you're very familiar. I'm just playing with you. I'm just playing with you, man. I'm just playing with you, man. Admittedly, I think all of us would know that. We were or not. Alright, so next. Finally, we have Idol. Which, honestly, Idol to me is a recent genre I've gotten into. I'm sure all of you are familiar with Oshinoko. High School DxD. Yeah, I know about that one. Yeah, I know about that one. Oh, Rosario Vampire is another one. Still no audio. Meant to drop a PNG, forgot. Yeah, but please let me know if my audio is a little off or weird. Please let me know. Finally is Idol. I'm sure I'll be familiar with Oshinoko. The literal anime that got me into doing VTubing, actually. It was actually a combination of watching Oshinoko, and then I listened to Kokoro by, that was sang by Rin. Yeah, Oshinoko was. More like Oshinoko is good. It was so good that I'm actually updated myself with the manga. I'm actually up to chapter 140. So, I'm actually reading the manga as we speak. It's been pretty crazy and pretty great. FYI, the, we got little leaves. We have, so yeah, I've been enjoying it. So yeah, so Idol basically involves something of like performing and drama of the, I would say the entertainment industry. Here it comes. What do you mean here what comes? I don't like that phrasing. So, anyway, we are here to get ourselves acquainted with the tier list. We have all of our submissions here and some extra that I might add later, and we are going to get these pretty much started here in just a few seconds, because I'm still trying to... I'm just going to bring this up so I can make sure, because I'm going to have to get Twitch people going here. Go back to my little thing here, and I'm going to go into my thread that I had going for it, just so I make sure that I have this going, because I'm an easily forgetting guy. And we are just going to go right down the list, and I am not going to try to miss a single one of them. So, without further ado, let us begin with my friend, and your friend, and everyone's friend, if Leo is ready to go, with Kenta Calamity, aka Super Cool Guy, aka dude who hosts a VTuber showcase show every Sunday, once a month every Sunday. I mean, excuse me, once a month on Sunday. And my good friend. So we have Kenta Calamity. He is if I remember, let's get his information right here. He is a Danuki Yokai, and I think he's also a Tanuki. So a Tanuki not squirrel. It's not a squirrel. It's a raccoon or something like that. It's something similar to that. Kana! Kana! Hi, Kana! The swarm comes and the swarm is welcome. My fellow stingmates. Fellow stingmates. Buzzing on up on here. What is up, Kana? Oh, Kana, hey there. Oh, it's so good to see you, Kana. I'm so glad you showed up. So good to see you. Thank you for so much for coming. Yep. Calamity Kenta. Good, super cool guy. Super great. Okay, so question is, what kind of anime would we put Kenta into? Bee attack! Yay! I'm actually so happy for the bee attack. Buzz all you guys want. It is super okay with me. You guys are amazing. I'm so glad to see you all. So glad you guys are here. Hey, Kana. Oh, thank you so much, Jacob, for the follow. I appreciate you so much. Oh, man. Yes, I enjoyed Kana's stream. So, yeah, for those of you who are here for me, we're getting raided by who I was mentioning earlier, Kana. She's an amazing streamer, very chill, and if you want a stream that basically gives you all the warm and fuzzies inside, just saying, she is your girl. She is your bee to enjoy company with. That is, like, gotta admit, warm and fuzzies all the time. So, but we're still gonna go Kana, and then we will run over to warm and buzzies. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Warm and buzzies inside. We'll go with that. Warm and buzzies. Alrighty, so let's go with Kenta. So Kenta Calamity, what do we got here? He's a Tanuki squirrel, Tanuki, right? So based on his design, we got the whole squirrel motif going. Here, I'll actually bring in the real full-size picture real quick, just so we have it. So here's my friend Kenta, right here. Why is he not showing up? What in the world? You know what? Here. Screen capture. No. We need game capture? Photo's that photo. Why is it not showing up here? What in the world? Am I having scuff? This is not good. Shouldn't be scuff. Oh, see ya. Bye, Jacob. Have a good one. Thanks for the raid. Let's see. So, screen capture, screen 1. No, screen 2. Here we go. There we go. Perfect. Here we go. This is what I wanted, and we'll just increase that ever so slightly for the sake of moving that down. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, this is Kenta. Very cool guy. Very cool. He is a Tanuki, and he has a very sweet little face on him. I like him too. He's a really cool guy. So what I have decided for him is I'm thinking he would probably work well in a shonen anime. Now, what is my justification behind giving him into the shonen anime genre? Well, I'll tell you. So my thought process behind why I would put him in shonen is because imagine this. Kenta is the star of an entire race of animal hybrids, right? So these animal hybrids are basically special humans that are blessed with this power. And essentially what he has been given is the power of an ancient Tanuki. And his ancient Tanuki powers only allow him to transform into other things. But there are other beings that are like minotaurs, there are bulls, there are pterodactyls, dinosaurs, all sorts of other characters that have like these amazing powers, right? But for him, his main power is just transforming. So the entire story is about him using that power and discovering how he can use it in such a way that would allow him to be able to beat those around him. And yes, there would be the typical shonen tropes. We'd have the rival character, probably maybe an actual raccoon, or even some kind of other furry animal. We'd even have we'd even have like a big boss. Maybe he would take on a minotaur. That would be like this amazing minotaur hybrid that he had to take on, something like that. But yeah, I could see Kenta being the star of a show about animal hybrid humanoids that essentially gain their powers from the animals that they're spliced with. That's what I would put Kenta in. He would be a shonen anime protagonist because he is a cool guy, and that's what we like to put in shonen anime protagonists. Okay, next we are going to go with our raider and everyone's friend, Kana. We're gonna go with Kana. Super sweet person. Love her. Gonna be collabing with her tomorrow, teaching her how to play Portal 2. It's gonna be great. Kana is definitely the kind of streamer you want to watch for warm and fuzzies, like I just said. And she is awesome and amazing and a sweetheart. So she is going to be our second choice. So for her, hopefully I'm getting these right. And by the way, chat, I understand sometimes there are pronouns that must be considered and thought about. Please let me know if I'm doing them right, because I don't want to accidentally do something wrong. And yes, I figured Frankie would be a very big fan of this one. So very handsome and beautiful, of course. So for Kana, I was actually thinking about this. I have decided to put her in the shoujo anime. Now, specifically, the magical girls subgenre. Okay? So, hear me out. Here is her anime. Kana would essentially be in a team of super-powered magical girls that can all transform into different different insects. So we would have a bee, we would have maybe a butterfly, a moth, something to that angle. And what it would be is that with Stingette, of course Stingette, you would have a yellow jacket girl that would transform as well. And the idea being is that this anime would basically be about a bunch of high school girls that could transform into insect superheroes. And the best part about it would be is that it would be a kind of a monster of the week thing going on, because I'm a boomer. I'm very much a Sailor Moon guy. I grew up on Sailor Moon. And so what we would have is you would all be able to transform, but the funny part about it would be is that you were all be trying to manage your normal. Hold on just a second. Sorry about that. Little Stinger was coming down to ask Daddy a question. But yeah, you would basically be a bunch of magical girls. And you would all basically be insect themed. Let's see, your villain. I'd have to think of a villain. So I'm thinking for your villain, it would probably either be beetles or some kind of arachnid. So your villainess would be like a queen arachnid of the spiders. And you would fight all sorts of different spider-themed villainesses. And even better is your equivalent to a tuxedo mask would probably be something to the akin of a fly or a cockroach, just to be funny. Just to be funny. But yeah, we'd put Kana in the magical girls section. Okay. So we got that going. Cockroach Man, yes, exactly. Let's go with a Spanish roach, precisely. And better yet, Frankie would play the character. All right, let's go to our next person here. Let me bring up the person. I had another one I've already done. Okay, we are going to go with our second animal-themed humanoid. This is a very, very light. Sunlight would be his only weakness. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so what in the world happened? Hold on. Why is this showed up? Game capture in the world. I don't need that up there. Get out of here. That was kind of cool, but I'm not gonna do it. Okay, so next we have this one. His name is Sharitka Psycho. Fascinating individual. Loved his design. Very super unique in regards to VTubing. Nothing I've seen before. He is apparently a don of a mafia who is a crab. So, I have an idea for this gentleman, right? Just Psycho? Okay, so it's just Psycho. Okay, cool. Leo's got me on lock here. They know what's up. Okay, so Psycho here. I loved his design. Very unique for VTuber. And I already had something thought up when I saw him. So, for Psycho, I had this idea for an anime, and he would go, ironically enough, and hear me out here, slice of life. Now, what slice of life do you ask? I'll tell you. Picture this. A world where monsters and humans live side by side in a very modern day style world, and it's just a normal part of life. Seeing monsters, humanoid monsters, any kind. It's normal. Fantasy monsters of all kinds. Psycho would be basically a small-time mafia boss who's basically over a group of mafia members. And his slice of life show would essentially be nothing more than a very low-stakes drama about a mafia boss existing within a world of monsters and humans. Now, the question is, where's the drama? Well, I'll tell you where the drama is. In this world, humans and monsters do not get along. They are almost two completely life cast groups. Separate. Always separate. The difference between Psycho and some other mafia bosses is that Psycho doesn't care. He'll employ humans, he'll employ monsters, he doesn't care who you are. All he cares about is if you get the job done. And ironically enough, he becomes a small-time hero within his town because he actually employs and works with both humans and monsters and doesn't differentiate between the two of them. His drama would come from the fact that he's the only mafia boss in the area who does this. And he actually gets ire from all the other mafia bosses who are mostly monsters. Because monsters have a natural advantage over humans because they have unnatural strength, they have all these different excess advantages, and the Don does not care. As the story progresses, the idea would be that he would essentially work his way up the ranks to become the Don and leader of his mafia faction, because he would basically be, unironically, bringing the two groups together in a very evil but good way, where he would be a criminal, and most of his show would basically be about the intricacies of the criminal underworld. The fascinating part about it is that not only would that be the story, but at the same time, it's also one about coming together, not being prejudiced towards each other, and working together to create a common goal, regardless of who you are. And that would be Psycho's show. It would be about a mafia boss working his way up, while also taking a more crazy aspect about what they're doing. So that would be their little anime I would put them in. Okay, so let's move on to our next candidate here. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with the other person that I actually ran around with. Let's go with, we'll go with this guy. I'm a big fan of their design. So this is this is Zinkomoon, if I'm making that correct. Zinkomoon. This is a man in the Grim Reaper's army. And she, they pronouns. Okay, so I was wrong. Okay, sorry. She, they pronouns. See, Leo's got this on lock. I'm figuring this out as I go. Okay, then that means I need to use the other one. Where in the world is it? Oh no. I've by accident. Okay, so Zinkomoon. Well, we're going to use this anyway. Okay, sweet. This is a better image of their. So there's that one, and then I will come back in here. So I am so sorry. I have to go back in here and grab this. Get the actual image of their character. Of their character real quick here. Okay, because I had an idea of what I was going to use for their little thing here, right? Let me find it. Here we go. And if I don't get through everyone tonight, I will probably do another tier list here soon. So we'll just do this one. I'm like making this go as I go. I don't know why I saved it as good stug, but we'll roll with it. Here we go. Okay. And I saved you in downloads. Of course I did. Okay. So this is their other model. This is two of their models. So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to go with both. And we're going to actually put them in, and you're never going to believe this, Mecha. Why Mecha? Well, I'll tell you why Mecha. Their uniform spoke to me. And here's what I'm thinking about the uniform, right? So with the uniform, very imperialistic, very army-based. They are part of the Grim Reaper's army, but I decided I'm going to take that for a twist. They are part of the Grim Reaper's faction of a mecha military that is very imperialistic. The story is a grim future of a post-apocalyptic world where the only machine that's able to be used in this realm are giant mecha suits. Now, why, you ask? Because every other form of military weapon was either outlawed or destroyed, and the world has been so ravaged by war that the entirety of the planet is uninhabitable except for domed cities that allow them to survive. And what happens to these domed cities? Why? They become imperialistic. Everybody wants each other's resources because they're so thin. So each dome, which is its own country essentially, runs around trying to either defend themselves from others or conquer to take over others. Now, Zinco would actually be part of one of the ones that are more imperialistic and trying to take over. But it would be fascinating to say that they discover, as they are running around and doing their mecha business in their team, that suddenly they see themselves as not exactly down with hurting other people and taking resources from those who are lesser than them. So, within their own domed city, and without any kind of warning whatsoever, they create a rebellion against their own domed city. And suddenly, for the first time in over 2,000 years, a mecha battle breaks out inside a domed city. And the entire story is about them basically taking that choice and running with it as much as they can. Running to another faction, creating their own domed city, and somehow discovering that there's actually an inhabitable part of the planet that has restored itself. And if they are able to convince all the world governments, the different governments, that there is a place where all of them can live in harmony and have unlimited resources, that they could end the conflict right then and there. They'll have rival characters. They'll have a Red Comet equivalent. If y'all know Gundam, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Char, Aznable. They'll have one of those. And better yet, what'll be really cool about it is that all the mecha can be different designs. Now, often I see in different mecha shows, all of them are humanoid. My thought is, why not just do a mecha show where every mecha is its own unique design? Some are crawl types. Some are giant tanky things. Some literally have 4 legs with cannons on them. Some of them don't have arms. Some of them don't have heads. Some of them do. Some of them look really sleek. Some of them look super blocky. Just an entire anime where every single domed city has its own manufacturing system, because in real life, that's how that works. But yeah, that is why I would put them in the Mecca of the Grim Reaper Squadron. Ace pilot of ace pilots, let me tell you. All right, let's move on to someone else here. Let's go into... Oh, let's see. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go with Supa0096. So yeah, we're gonna go with Supa0096. Mr. Astronaut. And if I remember correctly, Supa Wave. Okay, so it's Supa Wave 0096. Alright, so just a VTuber from outer space. Well, that's cool because I'm about to throw you for a loop. Alright, Supa. So what I do? Am I trying to spread this out? Possibly. But am I also trying to be interesting? Yes. Even though your design shows space, throw you straight into Isekai. I'll tell you why I throw you straight into Isekai. What's up, Zero? I'll tell you why I throw you straight into Isekai. And I'll tell you why. You're a high schooler. Normal dude. Normal guy. Having a good time. Just mind their own business. Stinger bringing on the stories. Yep. Just having a good time. Enjoying themselves, right? And then suddenly, you die of a heart attack. No explanation whatsoever. But instead of waking up in the afterlife, you suddenly find yourself in the middle of a starship battle. Okay. So now you're in a starship battle, and you don't know what's going on. You have been reincarnated into the mind of one of the greatest space aces of all time. A captain of a starship that is unmatched and unbeatable. You now... Love you, hon. You now have to find yourself in a position where you have to play as a starship captain. And you don't even know how you got there. Fully grown, and you're just a young man in an adult body. And you don't know what you're doing at the first part, but then you suddenly find out that you're in the plot of one of the video games you used to play. And the strategy part is super easy. All the controls are there. Everything that you ran around with, well, it's all there. It's all basic computer commands. This is just like the strategy games you used to play all the time. No one there knows about it, but you do, and you're very sentient about it. And you essentially take your rickety old starship and become one of the most feared captains in the galaxy. As you do this, you become notoriety, and then discover there are other people that also got isekai'd here, and they also are huge players of this old video game of yours. Suddenly, now you're playing games of chess with every single captain you encounter from each different faction. And you are flying around best you can to make sure that your crew does not die. And as time goes on, you actually gain new crew members from other groups of starships that you conquer and defeat. And as time goes on, it gets even better, because then you even recruit some of the captains, and you eventually get yourself your own armada. And near the end, you start finding out that there's an evil, overarching being. Wait, what's this, Zero? Reincarnated as a Galaga fleet pilot made by Stinga. Yeah, right. But yeah, you'd be one of the greatest starship captains in the quadrant, in the galaxy. And that is why I would put you in isekai, because there are too many isekais, in my opinion, that are fantasy based, and not enough of them are sci-fi. 8-bit sounds, yeah, right. Okay. All right. I was kind of afraid of this one, but if Demi's in, I don't know if Demi's here, but we're gonna go with Demibait next. This Demibait's one of my personal friends, one of my first collabs, and very, very, very dear to my heart in regards to my VTubing career. But we're gonna go with Demi. This is Demi. Very, very kind-hearted person. Although, looking at Demi's model, you would think very differently. FYI, Demi is an 18 plus streamer, so if you are under the age of 18, I am sorry, but probably not. But this is Demi Bait, amazing streamer. As an avid Sky viewer, I can confirm that pretty much all the ones you've seen here are fantasy. Yeah, right? Anyway, this is Demi. Super cool person. A demoness. Well, we're going to lean into that just a little bit. And unfortunately, just because of the way Demi is, and I know she'll understand, I'm going to throw her right into this one. Because why not? But we're not, alas, we are not going to just leave it at that. We are going to actually get into a little bit of detail. Now, what is Demi's story? Well, Demi's story is very fascinating. Because it's about a succubus who is terrible at being a succubus. Yes, we're going that direction. Why? Because all of her sisters are so amazing at their job. Their father, oh so proud of their prowess. They can capture souls and take them one after the other. But Demi? Oh goodness, Demi. She's just terrible. She can't get no male suitors. She can't get no female suitors. She can't get no bitches. She can't get no nothing. It genuinely sounds like an actual anime plot. I mean, you know, I honestly don't put myself in this genre that often. Yeah, right. Ha ha ha, Luxroyd, you're funny. So, but here's the thing. She's also seen as the most attractive of all of them. So what happens? Well, she finally does get summoned by a male suitor. A very good looking one at that. And she goes, I can't mess this up. I have got to do everything in my power. Everything in my power to get this guy to go to bed with me. It has to happen. It has to happen. What ends up happening? She gets so desperate, she becomes the equivalent of a housewife to this guy. Like, she puts in the effort, she puts in the time, she still tries to tempt the dude, but nothing works. This dude is not looking. He wasn't, when he summoned Demi, he was not looking for anything of that nature. He's just lonely. However, what she does find out is that this guy has a lot of people that like him. And they will do almost anything to get to him. So Demi creates a plan. Okay, fine. I will get to all these people and I will take their souls. In exchange, I will try to get them closer to him. Meanwhile, the guy is so oblivious, he literally only has eyes for Demi. Doesn't even care about any of the other people around them. But Demi, because of all this whole situation, she's reaping up souls left and right. And she starts getting a huge amount and stuff like that. Suddenly the dad starts finding out. Oh boy, the dad finds out. So the dad suddenly comes to the twist about it is the dad wants to know how this is happening. So the dad actually starts investigating. And Demi is trying her best to hide the fact that not only is she working as the equivalent of a wholesome housewife, but also the fact that she has not taken this boy's soul yet. And she hasn't been summoned by all the other suitors. Oh, no. She's been summoned by him. And she needs to fulfill his contract, but she has not done it yet. So it's her trying to hide for the fact that she's trying to be as wholesome as possible with this guy. And eventually, of course, they start falling in love. Like, genuinely. So then Demi has to decide between either being a demoness or becoming a wholesome love interest to this guy, who only has eyes for her, no one else, and he genuinely treats her very nicely. So she can't bring herself to take his soul. But that is where I would put Demi in that section. Sorry, Demi, if you're on the VOD, I apologize. There was no other thing I could think of, and honestly, I felt like this was going to be the like best story for you. In regards to this, yeah, too long didn't clip. Lol. Yeah, right. Okay, let's move on to, you know what? You've been such a snarky little guy in here. Hey, Luxroyd. guess what? You're next. For those who don't know, Luxroyd does not... Can confirm I would watch all of this story. Yeah, guess what? Okay, so next, Luxroyd does not have any kind of social media following. Luxroyd is my editor bot. Luxroyd is my little editor bot. So he doesn't have much of a social media presence, nor does he have a stream of his own. But apparently Luxroyd is going to get a little bit of an influx of followers. So good, enjoy that, Luxroyd. But anyway, this is Luxroyd. He's my little firefly buddy. And he's been here since the beginning. So here's little Luxroyd. Little firefly. Always. Yeah. Hashtag oops. Yeah, right. Little Luxroyd, very, very cool. He's my little firefly bud. And always sick of everything I do because I make him edit my videos. Hopefully we'll edit some more in the future and I'll slap him onto my YouTube channel. So anyway, super cool editor, by the way. Anyway, so let's put Luxroyd. Where would I want to put Luxroyd? Where could I put him? What kind of story could I put him at all? What kind of... Yes, you've been noticed, Luxroyd. I put you in a shonen anime. And I'll tell you what kind of shonen anime I'd put you in. You would be in a steampunk-themed shonen anime. And what, you may ask? Why? A shonen anime about inventors. What are these inventors, you ask? Well, there are amazing inventors in this world, in this steampunk Victorian era world, that they can invent things that are crazy. And some of them use them for good and evil. They are called specials. Because I can't think of anything off the top of my head. They're called specials because they are very, very special indeed in regards to their intelligence. Some use this intelligence for good and others for evil. Well, what is the story about Luxroyd? Why, Luxroyd is the main character of his show. About a young inventor who creates almost a firefly-themed suit that allows him to do all sorts of amazing things as a firefly. Very small, very insignificant. As a matter of fact, even his teacher and his peers think it is so silly that all he's done is do like light powers. But he doesn't want to hurt nobody. He doesn't want to hurt people. He doesn't believe in harming those around him. That doesn't mean everyone else does. So what does he do? Why? What happens is he starts having to... I know what's up. Yeah, haha. What does he do? Well, he starts using his powers for good and disguises himself as a lightning bug superhero, or just a lightning bug person, keeping his own identity safe, but at the same time working with his peers. And he uses all of his powers of light and light manipulation to fight his way through his opponents. And light, my friends, is a very high potential thing. Now, light is another form of energy, and energy can be used for almost anything. And because of this, Luxroyd's powers get ridiculous. He goes to the levels of like Kamehameha times 12 Goku level stuff, right? And all he does is just constantly get better and better and better while trying to garner peace. Yes, you weaponize the sun. Literally does weaponize the sun. As a matter of fact, one of your greatest attacks is literally the equivalent of where you have a literal light bulb, or the equivalent of a light bulb that shoots out an energy beam that you literally use like a solar panel. And you energize it and fire it. That's what you do. And every season is about a different inventor who's discovered brand new things. Brand new things every time. Maybe some inventor discovered unlimited power. Maybe another one invented a way to tap into an alternate reality. Maybe another inventor is simply there to cause destruction. Well, you and your friends are always going to be there to stop them. Because every single time one shows up, you prove to everyone around you that your need and want for peace and not hurting people is crazy. Wait, what? Can I get Luxroyd as a hero villain cameo in a Magical Girl series? Because that's just OP. Luxroyd, fight me. But yeah, that's what Luxroyd would be. I'd see him in a shonen anime about inventors in a Victorian era. And like all the crazy stuff that they could invent and all the stories behind those. It'd be fun. I was done for design for this kind of attention. Well, too bad, buddy. You got it. Okay. Who do we want to go to next? Let's do... Oh... Let me bring up all my thousands of tabs I got here. Let's do... Light up the whole room, your Firefly, buddy. Oh, let's go do... How are we looking? 57, so we got an hour left. That's good. We're making decent time. We're going to go to a Sleepy Squirrel. So we got Sleepy Squirrel. So this is a sweetheart. I love this design. This design popped out to me the first time they posted onto the tier list. It was beautiful. I loved it. So this is a... Oh, Seiyu. Seiyu? Am I saying that right? Seiyu? Okay, yeah, Seiyu. So it's Seiyu. This is Seiyu. Very wonderful little streamer. Very, very cool. Like I said, love the design. So I thought to myself, Ew. What kind of world, kind of thing would I put Seiyu into, right? What kind of environment would Seiyu be in? Well, I decided to go into Seiyu's account and check out just what kind of streamer Seiyu was. So I looked and looked and looked as I'm trying to bring up myself. Seiyu was a peer support worker in training and talk about topic no one dares to on stream. And DMs are open for mental health support and all sorts of other things. So I decided I would put Seiyu into Slice of Life. And what kind of slice of life do you say, my friends? Well, slice of life not being a normal slice of life, because obviously I don't do normal here. Look at my face. Sleepy Squirrel sounds very nice. Yes, it does. As a matter of fact, I decided to kind of integrate that a little bit, and this young squirrel is a squirrel that lives in a small village. In this small village, things are pretty peaceful and nothing crazy happens. As a matter of fact, that's kind of part of the problem. The whole entire town is way too peaceful. It's a medieval town and it's way too peaceful, way too nice. Nothing really happens. I'll tell you why it doesn't happen. Because nobody knows. But Seiyu does all the work behind the scenes. Now what does Seiyu do? Why, Seiyu is an old medieval style counselor. People don't know why, people don't know how, but Seiyu has always been a wonderful individual to talk to and always willing to talk to others about what's going on in their head and what's going on in their lives. This may be a magical world of different animals and creatures and spliced humanoids, but everybody knows that Seiyu the squirrel is one of the most delightful people to talk to, because every time you come to Seiyu will always be there to give you a helping hand. And that is for better or for ill. Sometimes Seiyu goes, well, I can help you with this little problem, which may be like a boyfriend problem, a relationship issue, something that people are just normally in issue with. And other times, I have a connection to somebody who I owe a lot of money to. Please, can you help? Seiyu will help you out. Behind the scenes, without being seen. The entire show is about Seiyu trying to help others in this small town. That nothing happens when in fact a lot happens behind the scenes and Seiyu is always there to help. Is it too super dramatic? No. It's actually a very comfy little show. And Seiyu usually tries their best to do what they can to help others around them. And everything that happens, they do behind the scenes. They don't let anyone else know about it. And as a matter of fact, they almost make it a point to keep it a secret. And what do? Why? They end up accepting payment. But most of the time, the payment ends up being favors, food, other things of that nature. And it's become to the point where Seiyu doesn't even work anymore. Seiyu just solves problems for people. Relationship, magical, weird things. They just always have an answer for something. And it's literally, Seiyu is not the person that changes in the story. Everyone else around Seiyu are the ones that change. Seiyu is the one teaching the lesson. And so you get to know all about the town through the eyes of Seiyu. And that would be the slice of life show I would put Seiyu in. Cutesy little show. I would honestly watch it. It sounds like a comfy show. Let me know if any of these pitches sound amazing yet, because I'm just shooting from the hip right now. All right, let's move on to. Oh, yep, we need to do it. So she couldn't make it to this. They couldn't make it tonight. But let's bring up Soul Day. Gotta make these shows real. Yeah. If anybody wants to, please let me know, and I can pitch it. I will require a lot of money. Right. So this is Soul. Soul is also another personal friend of mine. Soul's a sweetheart. Very fun. I'm sure all of you saw the Soul versus Hope VRest video I posted on Twitter. If you haven't, please go watch it. It's amazing. Also, I worked very hard on those V-Ride models. Please let me acknowledge the fact that I did a really good job. I'm just kidding. Wrong Soul. Uh-oh. Anyway, very dear friend of mine. So, I actually revealed to Soul what my idea was. So this is actually not a brand new idea. And it has, it does have some inspiration, but so Soul is in the lore. Soul is an amoeba that took over a body. Basically, I think an amoeba god, if I'm correct. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to lean a little bit into that. So what we're going to do for this is, just because I'm getting a little crazy now, I'm going to put Soul into Isekai. Isekai, huh? That's crazy. Well, what kind of thing could you have done? Well, let me tell you this. Here's what it's going to be. Right? Soul used to be a young lady that died. Car accident, medical procedure, who knows? Regardless of how they died, they did. Because you got to start the isekai with somebody dying, or something similar. When Soul wakes up, Soul looks around and sees nothing but blurry liquid all around them. Suddenly noticing that, boy, I can't move. Except for my tail. Wait, I have a tail? Soul wakes up and finds themselves as a single-celled organism, a literal amoeba, or a bacteria. Literal bacteria. But wait, there's more. This bacteria is being experimented on by scientists. And why? Well, I'll tell you why. Because this bacteria is going to be able to inhabit the body of anything or anyone it wants. And what happens? Why, this amoeba inhabits a very, very powerful, very, very influential individual with superpowers, genetically modified. And as the time goes on, in this story, this amoeba finds out that they are not at all normal. They've been enhanced, modified, created to be the ultimate super weapon. Obnoxiously powerful. What's even crazier is that this amoeba is still a tiny little amoeba, an insignificant little ant that gets under I want to say underutilized, but no, that's not the right word. Underestimated at every turn, only to find out that this amoeba can single shot you within just a look. And the better part about it is this amoeba can take over other beings at once. So suddenly, this amoeba has a hive mind of an army of just drones. Or maybe this amoeba suddenly takes over machines and becomes a giant machine lord, right? As this amoeba grows, there's an evil organization that owns the city that it lives in. So we're kind of going a little cyberpunky on here. This amoeba essentially becomes so out of control that it basically becomes so influential that it takes on the corporation that owns the city. And the story is about the battle between the two of them. The corporation can't do anything to this amoeba because the amoeba is invincible. But the amoeba can't destroy the corporation because the corporation is far too powerful and far too integrated into the city and can also keep their friends hostage. So it's a race against time, a race against the clock to see who will snap first. This tiny little amoeba that suddenly found itself as one of the most influential beings on the entire face of the planet. Well, the corporation that owns the city and owns the friends that this amoeba has become attached to. Who will win? And how will it turn out? So that is why I would put this amoeba in the isekai. Because why not? Alright. We are moving on. Let's see here. I see you there, hello. Let's see. Let's go with, yeah, you know what? Speaking of, you know what, Luxroy, you have just helped me out. Sherry! Little Sherry, how are you? Guess what? You're next. Congratulations, you have been selected. This is Sherry. She is new. Or wait, is that correct, Sherry? Is it she? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Please do, very quickly, because I don't want to misdo it. Is it she? Okay, cool. This is Sherry. This is sweet little Sherry. This is our little local moth baby. Sorry about calling you moth baby, but your model is so super cute. This is little Sherry. And Sherry, I would say, as being a sweet little bug. Why, let's do this. Better yet, let's just throw you into this one because I haven't done this one yet and I'm actually cranking it in my head as to what I can throw you into. And we're going to put Sherry into Idol. Idol? Idol, you say? Well, yes, Idol. Why? Because Sherry is a sweet little moth girl that all Sherry wants to do is make others happy. So what does Sherry decide? I'll become an idol. I'll bring joy to everyone around me and just do the best I can. The problem is, the scouting agencies aren't looking for anyone at the moment. So what to do now? I don't know. Yeah, Sherry. Hey, Luxroyd, I'd be really careful if moths are attracted to light, buddy. You've got a butt full of it. Anyway, moving on. So Sherry's like, okay, I'm gonna become an idol. I want to perform. I want to do all sorts of crazy stuff. I want to be noticed by others. So what does Sherry do? Why? She decides that she's gonna be bombastic. She's going to try to apply to every single agency she can. She's going to apply to every single crazy little thing she can find. She's going to basically try to perform. She will shell out for everything. And the story is about her trying her best to get noticed. And it is hard. Oh, it is difficult in that business. Every turn, somebody turns her down. Somebody takes over. Somebody gets the part. And she's just doing her best to try to be the best kind of idol she can be. And it's very difficult. She makes friends along the way who help her out with the industry. She learns about the horrors of it, the dark side, what methodology to use, who to talk to, where to talk to, and she eventually gets connections. She starts out tiny. She's on commercials. She gets on. Oh, and the fact that it's like another animal-human hybrid world is just window dressing. That it really has no bearing on the show. It's just the fact that everybody kind of has an animalistic point, and like the whole show is everybody does. So you'll find like humans with like elephant parts. You'll find humans with like I said before, dinosaur pieces. You'll find humans that like kind of are like amalgamations of chickens, all that fun stuff. And standing out where everybody stands out is really hard. And that's what the story is about, is Cherry's mission to try to stand out as best as they can in every way they can. And there become turmoil along the way. They suddenly get a following online. I know, right? Who could having a following online couldn't be me. And what happens? Well, the crazy thing about it is that she becomes befriended by somebody, but wait, this friend secretly is using her for his own fame. So the entire time, the audience is aware that Cherry's new friend is completely using her. Completely. But Cherry does not know. So what happens is that it has to be something where Cherry has to start finding out clues as to the fact that she's being manipulated while being in the entertainment industry, and using her skills and her brains to try to work around the darker parts of the entertainment industry. Which, let's be fair here, everybody, we know that there are some pretty dark parts of the entertainment industry. And you could write books, huge books, and there's already books written about it. About this part. But yes, these whole entire story is about her being used by somebody, but her having to find ways around it. Some cases she gets lucky, in other cases she doesn't know why, but things just happen around her. So that's what I would put Cherry in Idol. Alright. I don't see them here. Okay, 0, 0, 0. Okay, here's 0, here's 0. Let's see. We got 0 now. So we got 0. Another friend of ours. Hey, 0. I see you, buddy. Oh, yeah. So we're using the 0chan image that was created by 0. But 0, I'm going to use the picture that's in front of me. So we're probably going to use 0chan, right? We're probably going to use 0chan for now. Wait, that's not 0chan, and I'm just stupid. Okay, cool. Never mind. We'll just use 0. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm dumb. I'm a dumb bug. I apologize. I'm a dumb bug. So, this is 0, a conductor. We will do another slice of life. Slice of life, you say? What would it be about? It'd be the daily life of a space train conductor. Ooh, space train conductor. And you see, that is where the interesting twist starts. Ad starting in 60 seconds, snooze available. Okie dokie. Please let me know when the ad starts. We will take a small break here for a little bit. That way y'all can get through the ad and I don't have to worry about, messing with you. Actually wears a trench coat and an office skirt. Well, that's information for me, because I did not realize that was the case. Because I'm being a dumb bug today. That's about the only difference. Okay, fair enough. Cool, shout out. Man, yeah, Leo, you are on point tonight. Alright, just let me know when the ad's over for some of you guys. Okay? Thanks for everybody coming out tonight. This has been actually really fun. I love doing this kind of stuff. I'm hoping I get through everyone tonight. I wonder if alerting chat to ads is against the terms. I don't know. I really don't know. But I can put... I don't know, because I can put ad alerts in the chat. So... I doubt it too, because they wouldn't allow me to put ad alerts in there. And honestly, I hope everyone understands why I need to put ads in it. can do it. It's my job as a mod. Thank you, Luxroyd. You are amazing. So let me know when it's over, because I am going to continue once everybody's back. Yes. Yes, Liu. What's up? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, everybody. We're going to put Liu in the call. Yay. Yes. Please call away. Call away, Liu. Get on in here. Hello, Liu.
Oh, let me mute your screen.
Hi, Liu. How you doing?
Hello. Good. Wait, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good.
Yep, and I'll actually turn up my desktop audio just a bit. I'll actually turn down my background music a little bit more, just so we still have it, but it doesn't interrupt you.
Okay, the ad ended.
Yes. All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. Ad is over, and we are good to go. I am actually glad we're able to do that, because I wish I didn't have to add ads, but it's unfortunately a necessary evil.
It's okay, they'll understand, and if they don't, then they're not worth it. Now continue with your tier list.
All right. Let's see. I was going to go and grab somebody. Let's do this. I think I'm going to grab Tomo. Erebus Tomo. The big boy streamer, and I say that as a turn of phrase, even though it's a big girl. The big girl streamer. Tomo. So this is Erebus Tomo. Casual interactive collaborator of the stream. I haven't done a collaboration with Erebus Tomo yet, but hopefully in the future that will happen, because both of us really like Yu-Gi-Oh! Alerting ads is not against tarp. As a matter of fact, there are bots designed to alert to ads. Yes, and I have those in the stream.
Luxroyd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why we got
Good.
them.
So that means every stream, please tell me when ads are coming up, and I will literally put the stream into a lull, do something weird, and then we'll keep going, because y'all deserve to see every bit of the content live. Anyway, so Erebus Tomo, person who has interacted with the server on many occasions. I mean, goodness. Someone who's interacted with me on many occasions, and yes, I've clipped them like crazy before. So what I'm planning on doing is putting Erebus Tomo into a shoujo show. Well, I'll tell you why I've decided to do that, and here's the idea why. Erebus Tomo has a lore. The lore is it was a guy that was transformed into an attractive demoness woman. Cool. We're going to continue on with that little idea, and I'm going to put it on its head. As a matter of fact, what happens is it turns into a romance. A romance? Yes. What happens is that the person that he was and turned into, why his love interest that he enjoyed as a guy still exists, still around. As a matter of fact, they're still close to them, but they don't even know they've transformed. But then, suddenly, somebody else comes around. Another person. Someone the Erebus, the Tomo personality, is in love with. Now, it's a love triangle, but the only person that's affected by the love triangle is Erebus Tomo themselves. What happens, you say? Why? It's a conflict. Should Erebus find every way they can to transform back into a guy and be with the love that they had before? Or should they embrace their new life and go for the guy now that is with them? And with these conflicting feelings they have, the mind of a dude and the body of a woman? What kind of conflict is this? It becomes drama. It becomes a comedy. It becomes all levels of crazy. Because, again, the whole story is about them trying to figure out. And what's even crazier is, halfway through the story, the girlfriend finds out. the girlfriend finds out that that person is the guy. And so it begins. Suddenly, the girlfriend is trying everything they can to help him transform back. But then again, Tomo's having trouble because Tomo can't decide whether or not they want to embrace this new life, because it's not looking well. It is not looking well for transforming back. And Tomo's kind of getting used to being the demon girl. But at the same time, Tomo wants to be back with the person he was with when he was a guy. And the girlfriend is not exactly helping the matters, because the girlfriend wants to be back with the person she was with before as well. And so it becomes complicated. But yeah, that would be my shoujo anime, because it would be very much romantic angled, romance angled, and definitely geared more towards girls. Now, how that would resolve, I don't know, but I would let everyone else decide. Oh boy, we're an hour and 22 minutes in. I thought for sure I wasn't going to have enough people. I think I maybe have too many. All right, let's move on to...
Yeah, you have 7, not including the people,
I know.
like your friends that you wanted to add.
Honestly, I don't think I'm going to be able to do my friends. Oh, let's do... All right, you know what? Here we go. Shahime.
Chihime.
Shahime. Am I saying that right?
Chihime.
Shihime. 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 I'm really bad.
You got it?
I'm really bad that both of them are not here right now. I found out later on that they would not be here tonight, so that was unfortunate. Anyway, Shihime. Shihime. Well, guess what? Shihime. Throw Shihime into Mecha, because I like a challenge. Shihime is in a mecha anime. A mecha anime about giant robots that are biological, right? And we're going kind of Ava, Darling in the Franxx here, okay? Shihime is a demoness, a demon woman, right? Well, here's the conflict. There are mighty, mighty, mighty monsters on the planet of the Earth. And the world governments cannot, for the life of them, find out a way to defeat these monsters. So, they do the one thing that every mecha anime does, and makes giant robots. But these giant robots can't be piloted because they are made from aspects and parts and pieces of these monsters. Fight fire with fire mentality, right? So what do? Why? The one thing that every rational human being would do: call on demons. What happens? Why? The government finds a way how to summon demons, particularly demonesses, or just demons in general. And these whole race of demons get summoned and then bound to a controller. Each demon has an individual that they are bound to, and this person controls them in different ways. Shihime is controlled by a gentleman who basically summoned her and bound her to the earth and controls her, and basically the two of them work together to pilot a giant mech to fight these giant monsters, right? And these are basically giant monster / biological weapons that can only be piloted by demons. And the reason why is because controlling these machines takes too much out of the human body. So demons are the only things that humans have been able to find to actually control these machines. So for this story, there would be love interest. There would be political intrigue. There would be study about the monsters around them. There would be world building about how the world is basically half and half on monsters versus humans, and how these demons were originally summoned. How did the idea of these demons being able to pilot these mechs, how was that even discovered, and how did one find out how it worked? All that and more would be discovered throughout this story. And better yet, the demons are treated as second-class citizens, as in trash, garbage. Shihime sees her friends die around her, or even like her companions, and the government treats them like lost machines. Like, oh, it died? Whatever. Yeah, they don't even regard the demons as human or like of any kind of like group. Basically, they're like, oh, it died? Well, better summon another one, because they can easily be summoned. More can be summoned. And the demon realm is actually kind of ticked off. As a matter of fact, it even becomes a little bit of information on the demon realm, because all these demons who are bound to the earth and bound to these humans, they can still communicate with their kin back home. But there's nothing the demons can do about it. So it's almost like the humans are starting to even start to abuse everything around them. And suddenly you start finding out that the real monsters of this world may not necessarily be the monsters of the demons, but it actually might be the human race. Yes, because Liu's being polite and not interrupting me.
Sorry.
What are you talking about? I thought that's why you were
Everyone
doing
likes hearing your... Yeah, everyone likes hearing your stories. And it'd be rude. And they're really good.
Calling me out? Yeah, I'm gonna call you out, Luxroy. You're probably the only person in this whole chat that I would literally call out and call you a bonehead. And I'm okay with that. Alright, let's get to somebody else. I might have to speedrun this a little bit. Which I feel so bad. I feel so bad. Who knows? We might have a 3-hour stream tonight. Who knows? Who knows?
You got it.
I'm feeling wide awake.
What are you
see.
gonna do next?
Who am I gonna do next? I need to find out. I need to find out.
So we have... Okay, so we've got Nolvid. Do you know which one's which, based on just looking at it? Or do you need...
I would need context as to who this is. Oh, wait, yeah. I have Nolvid here. Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Demon boy. Demon boy we got right here. Nolvid. He's Firefly phobic. Yeah, I'm afraid of what you'll do if I get you too angry. Alright, Nolvid. Let's check out my friend Nolvid here. Which, by the way, if any of you individuals who are in the chat right now, thank you so much for your contribution to this, sticking around, and just being all around cool people. FYI.
Zero's friend.
Yeah. Oh, it's Zero's friend. Ooh. Okay, Nolvid, you are an artist and a rigger. So, ooh, hey. Okay then. Well, looks like we got ourselves a good artist in here. A VTuber from the void. From the void, my friends, from the void. Let's see. I'm thinking, and I think I have an idea. We're gonna make him an idol. The question is, what kind of idol? Ooh boy, here we go. Okay, so we're gonna use Demon Realm angle, okay? All right. So, what's a great way that demons gain power? How do demons gain power? They gain followers. How do demons gain followers? Well, traditionally in the ancient times, demons would gain followers by becoming cult leaders, manipulating those around them to create evil cults that allow them to give them power. Well, in the modern era of the late 2000s, not a lot of people like cults. Not a lot of people like Satanism. Not a lot of people like satanic cults. Not a lot of people like that kind of junk. Unless you're into that kind of stuff, which is not popular. So what do you do? Well, the Demon Realm's finally discovering that for some particular reason, we're all running out of power. Everything around us is crumbling. Also very real. Yes, Sherry. Everything's crumbling. What's going on? There's no way we can gain power again. But then the demons suddenly find out a great way to gain power again. Why, we'll do this. We'll become pop stars. Wait, what? Yes. Have you seen the way that the human realm interacts with these pop stars, these idols, these celebrities? Why, they worship them like cults. Wait, I know. We'll send some of our best and brightest down to the earth, and we will help them become superstars and allow them to gain cult-like followings, which will give us power once again. And that is the story of what Nolvid would be doing on a daily basis. Novid would be essentially a character who is essentially literally made a deal with the devil, because he's pretty much close to him, and is basically the story of his rise to stardom in the music industry, and his best way to try to become a great entertainer, and also at the same time pervert his following in such a way that would allow him to take over the earth. And of course there would be rivals around him. There'd be groups of other people everywhere, and it would be this whole situation where he has to make the decision eventually of whether or not he wants to continue hurting, or even eventually hurting these people, or if he wants to basically become a superstar and be an honest to good superstar and be there for his fans. And that would be the conflict. And that's why I would put him in Idol, because it would have very much to do with the idol, but at the same time, not about idols. It'd be basically about demons trying to regain their power from the underworld. Simple premise, but I feel like it has a lot of potential. I like it. And FYI, everybody, like, if you think I'm like thinking these through, everybody ever heard of the phrase "shoot from the hip"? It means you're inaccurate.
Meaning. And your stories are really creative. Everyone loves it.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I kind of enjoy doing this. So, I'm not going to tell who, but I may or may not have helped some VTubers recently write their lore. So, I'm not going to tell you who, just to be fair to them. Because, to be fair, I gave them the ideas. They're the ones that wrote it. But they just took my ideas. I told them if they want to, it's fine. They don't, no. And no, it's not the Bite of 87, Luxroyd. All right. Let's do someone else. You know what? We've done a couple dudes. Let's do another female. Or at least someone.
You got Kix Neko?
Is this who I'm looking at? Is this who we're talking about?
1 second, let me pull. Oh, wait.
Minako.
Yes.
It's Minako.
Kix Neko.
Mix Neko. Is that correct? A demon.
Kix.
Kix Neko.
Just put Kix. Because that's what they put on everything. Yeah.
Kix Neko. Alright, Kix Neko. Cool. Okay. Kix Neko. This is a very cute design, by the way. I like it. It's a demon cat. Okay. Well, we're going to lean into the cat aspect. Let's do... I'm not going to put you in ecchi. We've already done enough idol. We really have a lot. So, let's put Kix Neko into Shoujo.
Yeah.
So what would it be? Nothing too crazy. Kix Neko is a demon cat that exists, and by accident, they were sent to the Earth. By accident. They landed. They had nowhere to go. They didn't know who to contact. They had no power, no evil power. They were just a little humanoid-looking kitty, right? Okay, that's great. What happens? Why? Some young lady finds Kix and adopts her. What happens? Why, the story is simply about Kix Neko learning to cope with the human world while also being treated like a domesticated kitty. Kitty in the city. Yeah, right. That's funny. I like that. Yeah, but yeah, Kix Neko is a demon cat. That's the thing. A demon cat. Well, it's a very cute story, just about existing as a kitty. Very cute, very sweet. It's a very sweet little story. There is a bit of a small, tiny little dramatic thing that comes around. Two things, actually. Number one, the kitty is very much a demon. So, been living for a long, long time. An immortal. Well, the owner The owner's having trouble with a relationship. But hey, wait a minute. This little kitty knows about relationships. They've existed for thousands upon thousands of years. So they decide to open up to this new owner and just give him life advice and love advice. And hijinks ensue. But oh wait, there's one more twist. The original demon realm that this little cat came from, there are people from that demon realm coming to look for this kitty. And this kitty has been really, really enjoying the life of a house cat and does not want to leave it. But the demon realm wants to bring her home. So Kitty's doing everything in their power to justify sticking around this new home of theirs, while also helping their owner navigate love life. So that is the story of Kixneko, the little domesticated demon house cat. Love, betrayal, and goofiness. Something I think the shoujo anime type would enjoy. Not that I'm an expert, because I'm definitely a dude.
Okay.
Alrighty. Who do we got next?
Yes.
Let's do... Oh, do you have an idea?
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you choose the next one. Give me a challenge.
Smug Cinder. I have it in
Cinder.
order so that it alternates.
Okay, Smug Cinder then. What do we got? What is Smug Cinder? What is your background here? I don't see any info on Smug Cinder. Chaotic energy. And it looks like a demon kid. So, I'm getting...
Lots of demons.
Yeah, lots of demons. And I ain't knocking it. I ain't knocking it. I am not knocking it. Although it is giving me a lot of demons to work with. And honestly, we are so close to the end. Ooh, we're making good time. We're making good time. Okay.
Yeah, I think you'll be good.
Should I? Should I do it? Should I make a challenge?
Goodness.
Boink.
Go for it.
Edgy. What could possibly be the story? Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. We're back to normal. Okay. Trying to give a better view of these guys. Itchy was made for Demi. You're not wrong. So here's Smug Cinder, Demon Man, and by the way, V-Roid model. By the way, impressive V-Roid model, I might say as well. I really like the design. The horns, really good stuff. So why did I put him in Etchy? Because I have a challenge. Let's put a dude in Etchy. What's the story? We're gonna go with the demon angle again. We're gonna go with the demon angle again. Okay, so what's the angle? He is a demon who is meant to seduce others. Again. Okay, we go with that angle. You've done that before. I know. But here's what's funny about it. He's legit sick and tired of his job. 100%. Sick and tired of it. Hates it. He's attractive, and he knows it. He's supposed to be this suave, amazing individual, and he knows it. And he's sick and tired of doing it. So what's he gonna do? He wants to change his life. He wants to do something not in the vein of what he was built for. But he's surrounded by it. Every way, King State, King Minnie, his sisters and brothers all over the place are constantly flashing their goods all over the place every single night, 24/7. Oh, look what I did with this guy last night. Look what we did with this chick last night. Look what this group of people did for me as a cult. He's sick of it. So he tries everything in his power to try to find an alternate way to get souls. But always comes to him getting summoned. Somebody's a little thirsty. And he's really sick and tired of going like, I can't stand this. I can't stand this. What is going on here? I'm more than just my genitalia. But seriously, he's sick of it. So the whole story is about him basically defying his entire existence, trying to do something else. And he just keeps running into all these dumb situations. You know, lewd situations that just hop onto him. He doesn't even want any of it. That's the joke. He's the only one in the group of a bunch of really, really, really horny demons that doesn't want to be horny anymore. He just wants to be happy. So that would be Smug's story. Twist and turn about the character, just because I've been doing literally really crazy twists. He's the son of the highest demon in the realm, who wants nothing but his son to basically take over. And he doesn't want anything to do with that life. There you go. There's a good twist. I think we're done with that. Let's move on to somebody else. I'm gonna
Okay,
go...
the next.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. No, you pick.
I'm thinking we're gonna do our good friend Thy Devotee.
Oh, okay.
Was you had someone else in mind?
Oh, I just thought you might have wanted to finish
the non-friends.
Yeah, but no.
Let's finish the non-friends.
No.
Oh.
No, you already pulled them up. You could have just done it.
You're right. Let's do it.
This
All
is
right.
the NG thing.
No,
Is so
you're right.
cute.
You're right. Thy Devotee. We're. That's right. It's you. You know what? We're making such good time. If I have to go an extra 30 minutes, I'll go an extra 30 minutes. It is my anniversary stream.
Okay.
It is my anniversary.
Yeah.
Also, hey, glad to see everybody in the stream, by the way. Y'all rock.
Hi, Nesties.
What is up, everybody? Y'all super awesome for being here. I appreciate it. Thanks for enjoying Stories with Stinga. I've been trying my best to make this as fun and entertaining as possible, and from the way that everybody's still around, I hope I'm succeeding. Alrighty. Let me actually follow the link that you posted in chat. To go to... That is not what I wanted. I wanted their Twitter. Oh, I can just go back to the... Hold on. I got it. Don't worry. I'm scuffing it up, but it's okay. We're good. All right.
I'm gonna be real. I don't think he has much talking about himself on his Twitter.
Lore either. No. No. Except for a cool name. There's no lore for me whatsoever. Ooh, do we get to invent your lore tonight? Ooh, sounds like fun. Well, if you like the lore that I gave, that I make, Thy, you are more than welcome to use it.
Just call him Nino, buddy.
Nino? Sorry, I see Thy in here. Thy Devotee, I know. Sorry, Nino. Okay. See, this is why Liu's around, because I can't say things. Nino. The only time is he's a guy and has crossed pupils. Ooh, crossed pupils. That sounds kind of cool. Okay, so Nino. Shonen. Shonen. All right, so Shonen. What could you possibly put in Shonen? Well, the easy part about it is I noticed you had angel wings. So that's where my brain instantly went. What kind of crazy thing would we want to do here? Why not have an entire thing? He is indeed an angel. Well, guess what? Well, hello there. Old Death 12. I'm gonna say Old Death. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for hanging out and enjoying the stream. Thank you. You rock. So, Old Death. I just said that when I should say Ninu. So, Nino, here is the idea that I got for you. So, for thousands upon thousands of years, demons have roamed the world of the earth, and monsters have constantly ravaged its existence. Medieval, by the way. Medieval setting. and the only defenders of the entire world are the Order of Archangels that condescend from the heavens to protect the world around them. And yes, you are a young archangel in training, literally being trained to be the greatest of all archangels. And that's what you want to be, the highest of all archangels. You basically are doing your best to become the greatest one you can be, training in every way you can. You suck. You suck at it. You see everyone else around you do 10 times better than you, and you cannot keep up at all. You want to be the greatest archangel, and you've got people around you telling you you can't do it. You got people telling you you're not going to be this amazing archangel, even though your dad was one of the most legendary archangels in the world and got defeated by the Demon Lord, who still exists. Oof. Well, here's the thing. You don't take kindly to that kind of rhetoric, and you don't care what other people tell you. You know you could be like your dad. You know you could be the greatest archangel to ever exist. So what do? You literally disobey orders on your first mission, and by sheer luck, and no one knows how, you take out a demon that's like 3 times your skill level. How? You have an ancient power within you that no one else has. But you're going to have to learn how to use it. And you keep it a secret. And the whole story is about you using every little thing that you have, every little ounce of courage and ability you have to work your way through the ranks of the different Archangel factions. Oh yeah, we go in Naruto in this. You are doing your best, your darndest. You don't care what other people tell you. Yeah, you're below average, but you're going to work harder than the guy next to you. You're going to work harder than your rival. You're going to work harder than one of your partners. You're going to work harder than everyone around you. And you're going to work your way up the ranks. And eventually, everyone will respect you and know who you are. Meanwhile, that ancient power within you, it's giving you a little help. Somehow, some ways. Demon Lord knows who you are for some reason. You don't know how. Demon Lord knows who you are. Are you special? Probably. But you're going to have to train yourself really hard to find out, because in everything else, you suck. But that does not mean that you give up. So, that is Ninu's backstory. So, shonen anime about basically angels, because usually it's about demons or ninjas or samurai or whatever. I see a lot of demons and stuff like that being the center of it. I feel like there's not enough angels in anime. Looked on positively. Anyway, all right, moving on. I know, Nino.
Nino. Or Pecco.
I know. I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna talk to him later, and he's gonna get on to me for mispronouncing his name. I know. Honestly, I like your angel model. It's great. I love it. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Who are you thinking of next?
I would say please pick one that you know is not one of our friends.
Goodness. Zion Fox.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do Zion Fox. Hold on. I got my new follower asking me a question. What about a character with a power that average people will not see as OP, but you smart as you become by using that seems to be lame power, kick everybody's butts? Hello there, by the way. Hello. We actually did that early in the stream. That was actually Kenta. Kenta is a Tanuki. That is there's animal.
Actually, in his thing it says Bake Danuki, like not the T. Tanuki, it says. So.
Well.
Yeah, continue.
That was my dumb idea. Basically making him a Tanuki. His only ability was to transform, and he uses that power to basically outclass everybody because transforming is an underrated power that everyone should realize is OP. Very OP. Okay, so who did you say we should go in with next?
Zion Fox.
Zion
Yeah.
Fox. Let me see if I can find them in my folders here. Ah, here we are, Zion Fox. Oh, it's such a good little model. You know, I gotta say, like, half of the fun of this has been just literally, gum creation is OP, changing my mind. I don't think I can, really. All right, so I'm gonna go to Zion Fox. I love this design, too. I love how when they posted on the... When Zion Fox posted, oh my goodness, Zion Fox has 1.7 followers. Hi Zion, are you lost? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Clearly not. Which is fine. Okay, Zion Fox, what is your little thing you got here? You do not have anything as a background. Yo, what? Zion Fox is an anime voice actress? Hey,
okay,
yo.
Focus on the tier list, buddy.
I'm sorry.
You got it.
Huh. All right. Zion Fox. Oh boy. All right. Zion Fox, we will make you... Let's round it out with an isekai. Why not? Let's round it out with an isekai. Let's do it. Okay, isekai time. What kind of isekai are we talking about? Let's go with the traditional fantasy since the last two were sci-fi. All right, so we got a fantasy setting, everybody. Traditional fantasy setting. What is it? Well, gotta die. That's how we start the isekai. You gotta die. It's in the name. Isekai, gotta die. When they die, they wake up in the forest all by themselves. And what happens is they find out why. I have a tail. I have ears. I have fox parts about me. And why is it that I can use fire from my fingertips? Why, my goodness, I have become a fire kitsune. Oh no. Now, what's really funny about this world is it's Japanese based. So she was actually isekai'd into a ancient Japanese medieval era, right? And for her, what's crazy is that no one in this realm knows what a kitsune is, or what kitsune foxfire is, or anything of that nature. But her, oh, she knows. She knows exactly what everything they can do, everything they can't, and everything they're weak and strong against. It's pretty great. So, what is this overpowered aspect that our little fox girl has, basically? Well, Zion Fox knows everything about ancient Japanese folklore, and everyone that she's around does not. So she uses that knowledge to her advantage. Uses the advantage of what a kitsune can do. Uses the advantage of what yokai, of what different oni are capable of. Because the history of these legends have not been written yet. But she has it all in her brain, and she's got a photographic memory. So she survives this world by basically being an expert on all the monsters and demons around them. And while they're not the most powerful being in the world, they are the one with the most knowledge. So every fight you get into, every time a new monster comes up, she's figuring it out. She knows what's going on. She preps the town. She preps the people. She basically preps before she battles. Prep. That's kind of the allure of the story, is it's not necessarily the battle itself, but the preparation that goes into it. The knowledge that they have to go up against these monsters. And that would be the isekai that Zion Fox would go into. Alright. Who do we have next? Let's see.
Tetsu Fox. It might also be saved as Diablo Blast because that's their Twitter handle.
Diablo Blast. That would be...
But their name is just Tetsu Fox.
Tetsu Fox. Here we go, Tetsu box. Looking good, my friend. That's an actual 3D model. It's kind of cool. Right, so Tetsu box. Kind of like the vending machine. Isekai survives the vending machine because he has it. Aha. All right. Let's see. Where do I want to put you? Oh, let's do that. We're gonna max out the slice of life, guys. Slice of life. Oh wow. What is this? But Tetsu Fox? Is it Tetsu Fox? Was what it was, right? That's the Twitter handle. Tetsu Fox, because it looks like
yeah, probably just call him Tetsu. Sorry.
Tetsu. No, it's fine. It's Tetsu. That's why you're here. That's why you're here to help out, and I appreciate the help. Okay, Tetsu. So, Mr. Tetsu, slice of life. Yeah, we're gonna do the animal hybrid setting again, but everybody's an animal hybrid. Everybody's peaceful together, but he's in a modern city. There's nothing too special about it, except for the fact that this guy is the president of a club. What club, you ask? A science club. Oh boy, what kind of science club is that about? Well, this science club, let's just say there's secret geniuses in it. And these young geniuses in this club basically start discovering all sorts of crazy things they can do with spliced DNA. And how does it work out? Well, it's nothing too crazy. Obviously, it's a slice of life show. Nothing too nuts. But they do figure out how to re-splice themselves. So everyone is born with a trait from their, with one trait or another from their bearers. So for instance, if let's say a fox married a wolf, right? Well, the kid's gonna come out either as a fox or a wolf. Well, these kids actually discovered you could actually switch all that around. As a matter of fact, what's even crazier is one day, one of the kids actually discovered, hey, I can actually switch my personal DNA, and I can actually switch it out with someone else's. And wait, have you guys been redeeming Hydrate? Wait, have you guys been redeeming Hydrate and I've not even noticed?
No. You didn't add the. You didn't add the ones that you made before back. Right. Yeah.
I might have to add the hydrate later because I probably should have been hydrating this entire time. I have been talking a lot.
Go hydrate right now.
Aye.
And then come back.
All right. Hold on just a second here.
Hello, guys. Make sure you all are hydrating too. Oh, right. I forgot the transition thing is kind of loud. But yeah, make sure you all are hydrating too. Let's all hydrate together, guys. I'll mention some of the redeems he originally had, but had to take them off because we kind of went overboard last time. It was hydrate, of course, and then one of them was for a minute saying buzz at the end of every sentence, and then another one, which is popular, yes, is sting it. So there was a redeem that he would have to talk. It's like a voice changer. A sting it for a bit. Yeah, but because chat kind of went overboard whenever last time he used them, he had to turn them off. So, but they'll be back soon. Yes, his costs were too cheap because we could. Because I'm already back at over 1K stingers. That's okay, I'll remind him to bring them back. Yeah, we did spam the hydrate and buzz a lot. It was fun and it was funny. If you guys ever want to check that out, it was in the last, let me see, I believe it was in the last stream, but I will double check. It was the Jackbox stream that, it was in. And it was very funny and entertaining. So feel free to check out all of his streams, actually, if you guys ever want or have time. He's very funny. He plays a lot of retro games like BioShock. His debut stream was actually the Star Fox Assault. So yeah, very fun, very entertaining. If you're into like kind of like 2010 style of YouTube content and also a bunch of dad jokes and puns, this is your guy. Hi back. I'm Liu.
All right.
Yes, the clips are great. Check them out.
I have returned.
Okay.
And I've also returned with water. As you can tell, my throat is less raspy sounding.
Amazing.
All right. We are back.
Okay, now you can continue.
Yep.
With what you were saying about Tetsu.
Tetsu. All right. Yeah, so Tetsu basically lives in a world of spliced stuff. They discover they can splice each other. Well, and the funny part about it, this slice of life is more of a comedy because part of it is that they don't tell nobody they can do it, and they keep it a secret because they're afraid that if they don't keep it a secret, they don't have any chance to have anything going for them when they finally graduate high school. So the fear they have is kind of irrelevant because you would think smart guys like this wouldn't need high school, but they're so afraid of graduating high school that they don't want to tell nobody. So they do their best to try to keep it a secret while at the same time messing with all this new science that they've discovered. So that would be the slice of life for Tetsu. Him and his buddies basically are super smart and find out how to splice their own DNA without the teachers finding out. All right, we've got 2 more left. Am I counting Stingette? Maybe. We'll see. I think for Stingette, I think I'm going to put a poll up. Also, we're going to go a little longer than 2 hours tonight. So I'm going to finish everybody out. All right, who do we have next? Let's go with Yuina. What am I thinking? Leo, you still there? Leo? Oh, posting stuff. What in the world am I thinking? Okay. So this is Yuina. Oh, you don't know what's wrong. Hold on. You're not muted. Here. Okay. Are you there? Hello? Looks like we're having some trouble. Well, I will keep going, and I'll try to figure out as we go. You're reacting, and I can't hear you though.
I don't know what's wrong.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, you can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
What the heck?
Stuff. All right, this is Yui. Let me go check out their bio really quick. Aw, I like their stuff. Debut teaser. So it's Yui. Yui is a half fox VTuber. Okay, so we got a half fox. Very cool. Very cool. Right, so I'm thinking let's put you into shoujo again. And I can't help myself, but we're gonna do the magical girl genre again because let's be fair here, that costume screams to me magical girl. Okay, so what kind of magical girl are we talking about? We're not gonna do a traditional show like Con Ed where you can transform into different insectoids. I think for hers, we're gonna say that they can transform. The animal aspect of them actually is part. So this would basically be, anybody here remember Cardcaptor Sakura? Anybody at all? No? Maybe? Yes. They'll get the reaction in a minute.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes. It just takes a moment.
I know it does. So Cardcaptor Sakura was basically about this young girl who basically was having to collect ancient tarot cards. Again, back into a book that accidentally got released. Well, here's the idea behind Yui. Yui is basically a young girl who was tasked with the mission to collect the ancient spirits of the animals. So every animal has an ancient spirit that essentially is its original. So the dinosaurs, there's an ancient spirit that's the origin of the dinosaurs. Foxes, there's one that connects all of them that's an ancient spirit. Birds, dogs, everything, all of it's got an ancient spirit that's kind of like its prototype, its predecessor. And these ancient spirits have been released and corrupted by an ancient wizard who wants nothing more to control all of the ancient spirit animals on the planet. And what has one of the ancient spirits, one of the guardians of these ancient spirits, has basically been able to escape before being turned, and finds Yui and tells Yui, you will be chosen to harbor the spirit of the fox and face off against this evil while purifying all these other ancient spirits. And Yui basically has friends along the way that help her, and Yui also finds out that one of her friends actually becomes one of the ancient corrupted spirits, the spirit of the wolf. So basically she has to wrestle with the fact that one of her friends is actually one of the corrupted versions of it. And it's about the friends made along the way. And eventually some of the other spirits actually get into Yui's friends. And suddenly you have an entire series of about, there's like, instead of like a set number of magical characters and it's mostly girls, you actually got like mostly girls, some guys here and there, and some like adults, some children, all that fun stuff. But it's about these ancient spirits basically taking over humanoid bodies and becoming these combos, right? And so that is the mission of Yui, is that she's the one magical girl that can actually save the rest of them by purifying them, because the ancient fox spirit was actually one of the purifier spirits. And yeah, every different one has an ancient aspect and like aspect about each one of them that gives them this special power connected to them. And it has like different aspects of like purification, rage, or plant life, or restoring or healing others, restoring mental state, or whatever. Something about each animal spirit basically has some aspect to them that gives them a power theme. So that would be Yui. Oh, and another cool aspect that I would integrate within the Yui's design would basically be that you gain small aspects of the animal you transform into, including a cool outfit. Yeah, all right. And that's Yui. And we finally have our final contribution here. And this is, I'm going to butcher this name.
I think it's pronounced Beal. I couldn't 100% find it, but yeah.
Beal. Cool. I'm going to go back to my thing here. I'm going to find you, Mr. Beal. Mr. Beal, where are you? I think he's actually one of the first ones that actually submitted. Yeah. I'm ready to be on the last tier. Sorry, Beal, not that kind. Oh, he's only got 29 followers and he's... Okay. Who is Beal?
Ter participado do meu debut de VTuber. Que
I
mais?
think
Que é um debut de
they're
VTuber?
Portuguese
Yes, they are
and
Portuguese.
English streamer. I don't think there is too much though.
Looks like I got a thing here. I'm going to see if I can't translate this little thing here. It gives me an idea of what kind of VTuber they are. I don't think they have a theme. I think they are just a cool generic guy VTuber, which is fine. But yeah, they have about, looks like 29 followers on Twitter. That's unacceptable. We'll have to fix that later. Anyway, okay, so, oh hey, what's up, Ryder? How you doing? You been lurking in there for a while, or did you just show up? I'm genuinely curious. So Beal. What should we put you in, Mr. Beal? Oh man, what should I do? See, I'm looking at their design and I'm seeing this Rono Zorro thing going on here. Been lurking for a while. Sweet. How's it going? Going well. Probably having one of the most successful streams I've ever had in my life. I've had a concurrent 15 and everybody's been chatting, so I appreciate it. Appreciate you lurkers. I appreciate the raiders. I appreciate all the subs. I appreciate everything everyone's been doing. Y'all make me a very happy bug man. So I'm hoping to do things to make sure that everyone here feels appreciated. Every single one of you. Oh, and remind me, Leo, I plan on shouting out every single person that contributed in a single post.
I got you.
Yeah, okay. No. Wait, what? All love for the Stingray? Ryder, buddy. I know you did that on purpose. I know you did that on purpose. Okay, so what's my final one that I'm going to do? Well, here's the thing. Beal, we're going to do something weird with you. And just so we can, like, round this out, and throw you into Mecca. Yeah, we're going to throw you into Mecca. What kind of Mecca are we talking about? Well, we've done sci-fi with the Grimm Squad. We've done a post-apocalyptic. Well, both of them post-apocalyptic. One is less. We've done, like, I guess, future post-apocalyptic, and then, I don't know what you call that when it's, like, modern era. I don't know what the phrase is, but, what we're going to do with you, we're going to take Beal, and his shirt inspired me. We are going to do a giant robot show about giant robot pirates on the high seas. Oh yeah. Here it is. It is a steampunk era world where it is the height of piracy. And I'm talking huge height of piracy. So crazy. Boats are everywhere. The world is kind of one piece-ish, where it's mostly water. And the best way to fight is to fight through giant steampunk robots that are made of wood and iron and steel and brass. Basically, boat transformers. Exactly. Transforming mecha bots that are pirate themed. What happens is pirate ships, normal galleons and things like that, they exist. They have cannons and stuff like that, but also there exists mid-size, so I'm not full size, I'm talking like mid-sized robots that essentially are magical piloted robots that essentially get launched from these pirate ships or even like galleons and stuff like that. And yes, they're made of wood and brass, and they fire cannonballs. They have pirate swords. They have cutlasses. And essentially what his thing is he's actually part of a crew of pirate hunters, and they are a mecha group. So they basically roll around or boat around on a huge galleon that has like 2 or 3 of these things. And he's part of a small squad of pirate hunters, and that's what they do. They're paid by the equivalent of the British government to basically be privateers, to hunt down other privateers and pirates. And that's how this whole world works, is that everyone's a privateer. And if you're not a privateer, you're a pirate. And if you're a pirate, you're hunted by privateers. So being a privateer is like one of the coolest things you can be. And what is Beal? Well, he is a privateer in training. And he is training to pilot his, let's call these, galleon smashers. No. We need a name for these things. We need a name for these pirate mech. These boat mech. I'm trying to think. Something apparatus-y. Something like an apparatus or whatever. Yeah, we'll call them the apparatus. Because essentially what an apparatus is like an extension or whatever. So they're literally called an apparatus. And these apparatus mechs are essentially just like extensions of one's body. you get basically hooked up inside of them, and so you move them with like pulleys and pedals and things of that nature, and you get basically become part of this giant wooden mech that look really cool. They have like you have like your country's flag on the back. You become boat. Okay, ha ha ha. You have like your country's flag on your back. You ride around with like cannonballs, and you can toss them around. They're also used as manual labor on the boats. So essentially what it is that these things can swim too. But yeah, you've got pirates that basically take like mangled apparatus, and they will take these things and they will like jerry-rig a bunch of them together to make these creepy ones, right? And I'm sure everyone's familiar with like Port Royal from like Pirates of the Caribbean. It's a pirate port. Well, that's where the height of power of the pirates are. And they create some of the nastiest looking apparatus mechs that you've ever seen. And these things are nasty. And it's become discovered that these pirates have started to band together and actually create their own version of apparatus that are like completely and utterly illegal, to the point of where the pilots can actually die when they pilot them. They become so integrated into the apparatus itself that they could die when they use it. And so that's what Beile and his team are doing. They are on the lookout for these pirates, and they are trying to take down this pirate lord who is changing people into living weapons. And it's all in the backdrop of a high seas adventure with giant robots made out of wooden brass. Glad I'm recording this. I might have to write down some of these later. All right. Well, we're almost done. It's almost near the end now. So, I'm going to try something out here. So, I have a new piece to my stream. We have what are called polls. I'm going to test them out. So I'm going to make a poll, and I'm going to do one last thing for this. We are going to have everyone take a poll. I'm going to put a poll out. And the question is, what is Stingette's anime type?
Goodness.
All right. And I'm going to let you guys actually decide on what Stingette's anime is going to be. So if you see it on the screen, from top to bottom, Mecha's 1, Isekai's 2, Shonen's 3, Shoujo's 4, Slice of Life is 5, Ecchi 6, and Idol is 7. So type in now which one you think Stingette should be. And I will let you guys vote on what she is in. Or I guess you can actually just type it in. So yeah, type it into the text, because it looks like Luxroyd actually was ahead of the curve on here. So, type it in.
I feel like Idol might get majority vote. It already has 2 votes.
Already has 2 votes, but yeah. I know if you're lurking in there. If you got a genre you want so what you want to do is just basically... Oh, you can actually type in something. Okay. So you can either type it in or type the number as to which it was. We'll just wait for a little while longer. I'll give it another few minutes. Ooh, we're actually getting... Oh, you can only answer once, unfortunately. So, once you've dialed in your answer, that's the answer you're gonna get. Actually, it was like... Oh. Kana, did you type in shoujo?
I think it might have taken whenever she put shoujo first before idol.
Okay, cool. Which is
Or
hilarious.
actually, I don't know.
Which is hilarious because, all right, we'll give it
Oh,
another.
yeah.
We'll give it one more minute, and after a minute, we will. Yeah, we're gonna give it one more minute, and I'm looking at the time now. Give it one more minute. We'll look at the poll, and then whichever one it is, I will give Stingette her own category. Thought I was going to go for the Twitch poll. Well, Streamlabs actually has its own poll that I integrated into my stuff, so it actually, I can actually see the chat and everything within Streamlabs, and from here I can actually run the poll from there. Oh, Minnie. Oh wow.
Oh, all of you guys putting 7. I think you have to type in idol, right? And not
No,
7?
you can put in 7.
Oh, you can put in 7?
See the
Okay,
CD
okay.
poll?
Oh, it's going
You
now.
can
Okay, I
either,
see
you,
it now.
yeah, you can either type it or you can do it. And yep, after one more minute.
Yes, Daddy's next.
Idol 1, it looks like. All right.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, all right. So I have to figure this out. All right. So I'm sure all of you are familiar with my
I love Stingette so much. I swear, my God, Stingette is my God, my holy savior. I'd make a cult for her from Cherry Chair.
Oh man. You know what's funny is that there are days that Stingette seems like she's more popular than I am. All right, so it looks like the chat has it, and Stingette is an idol. Now the question is, okay, I got it. I got one. Okay, I actually like this. Okay. So, shh! Don't reveal that. That's a secret.
Awful.
Minnie,
Continue.
that's a secret. Anyway, so here is my idea. It is about an idol company. Okay? They are down on their luck. They have no idols in their group. None. Nobody. And they can't scout nobody because every time they scout somebody out, guess what? Somebody else takes that. Somebody else takes that. Oh, Sherry and Stingette are in the same category. But what happens is that every single stinking little time that this idol group, not idol group, but this idol company. So it's about the company. And no, it's not Niji Sanji.
Goodness.
Relevance. That'll date this video heavily when it actually comes out as a video. But anyway, they can't figure out for the life of them how to get any kind of idol personality. They just can't do it. They can't do it. It's impossible. What's the next best thing? Why? I have an idea. One of the gentlemen, or one of the workers at this idol company, actually is friends with a very, very, very predominant robotics person. They go, hey, I have an idea. So instead of making a real idol, let's just create one. You mean like Miku Hatsune? No, not like Miku Hatsune. I'm talking like an actual physical being. You're putting my own twin.
Yeah. An ad's about to start in 5 seconds.
Okay.
By the way.
We'll give it a minute, and then I will continue Stingette's story. What do we got here on here? Stingette. Goodness me. She's better having not, says Luxroy. Having ads. Hey, we're chilling now, right now. We'll let the ads play, and then once the ads are over, we'll just get back to it. And it's been every 2 hours, so it makes sense. Just let me know when the ads are over. Yeah, well, these ads are helping fund Stinga for as little sense as they make.
Some sense is better than no sense.
And I have none. This is why you're around.
Heck yeah.
Incoming ads. Ready the artillery. And started. Alright, sweet. Did the ads start? I don't know. Okay, cool. Lone free Stinga.
Said the ad break is in.
Hey, Hope. Glad you're here.
Does the ad break
Stinga's
ends in
on.
30 seconds?
Good.
Goodness, guys.
Look at this, 14 viewers. I have maintained 14 to 15 viewers this entire stream. I almost hit 20 viewers. How is that possible?
Yeah, you got it, buddy.
All I'm doing is talking about story stuff. I'm not even playing a game.
People love it.
That's good to hear. Helped clean the loan today with help from Liu and Con.
Ad break ended.
Yay, we're back. All
If
right.
you guys want to know what Hope and Luxford were referencing, it was Stinga's Jackbox stream last Thursday. Feel free to check it out. Now you may continue.
All right, cool. We're all back. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. It's good to see you all back because I'm really good at creating interesting lore. Aw, thank you. That means a lot. Thank you. All right, so as we continue back to this mysterious, just unnamed idol company, right? Well, they're desperate, so they decide they're going to create their own idol. And instead of hiring new talent, they're just going to create the new talent. And instead of a digital person like Miku, they decide they're going to essentially just create a robot. And the best part about it is this robot works for nothing. And guess what? For the first year and a half of using this new idol, Stingette idol, well, she works out really well. She works out super well. As a matter of fact, the best part about it is because Stingette is a robot, she doesn't take commissions. She doesn't take money. She doesn't need food. All they gotta do is dress her up. And that's it. Dress her up, throw her out into a band or to sing for people. Perfect pitch, perfect everything. And it's great. Now, admittedly, some of the other idol company members start going like, does this feel right? And one of them goes, well, she is just a robot. I mean, it's not like she feels anything or does anything or understands things, right? She just performs and does what she asks. Then something happens one night. One of the idol company members is asleep at the company facility where they keep Stingette. Then suddenly, he gets tapped on the shoulder to wake up. He wonders, well, who's in the office at this hour? The only things here are me and the... Stingette that night becomes sentient. Now, Stingette's still a robot, not a human being. But Stingette gains sentience. Now Stingette knows everything about around her. Now she can communicate. Now she actually talks, walks, and acts like a person. Still a robot, though. But she asks questions. She wonders what's going on. And the thing about it is now you have a scenario. The company has full legal right to use Stingette however they please, because Stingette is still a robot. However, some of the employees have started becoming a little attached and started noticing that Stingette is acting like a normal human girl. She's laughing, she's giggling, she's asking questions, she's wondering about who created her, why she's here, and now she's interacting with her fans on a more deeper level. And what's really crazy is that at first it works out pretty well. Stingette's okay being an idol and being used like a robot, but she doesn't understand. And even better is now that she has this emotion, she connects better with her fans, and her fans want to see her singing a lot more, and they come in droves and droves and droves and droves and droves. But again, something about oh hey Zion Fox, what's up? I am so sorry, Zion. I can tell you later what your story was, but it was a lot of fun. Yeah, she's asking where's payday and when do I sign up for benefits. Boss starts to, yeah. Well, no, and it's crazy because Stingette essentially starts asking questions, and some of the members are like, well, this isn't fair to Stingette because she should be allowed to make her own choices now because she's sentient. And so it becomes this huge situation between the company going, we own Stingette because she's a robot, and then the other half of them trying to say, no, she's a human being, she's a new life, she needs to have a life of her own and should make choices on her own of what she should do. And so that is the story of an idol who was created to be the perfect idol, but ended up becoming sentient. And the challenge comes to whether she continues to be an idol under the thumb of her company and creates them the greatest revenue ever, or does she work with the more rebellious nature of the group company and go with these other people who are trying to convince her to live her own life and be the person she wants to be and not what the company has created her to be. So yeah, it's dramatic, it's crazy, and honestly I would watch the show now that I think about it. But yeah, that would be the story of Stingette.
It's very
the perfect
cool.
idol.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah. And it would be called Stingette, the perfect automaton idol. So I would call it that. But yeah, that is everybody on the list. And we've been 2.5 hours. We've been streaming for 2.5 hours now. Zion Fox.
Were you wanting to end, or did?
Well.
Or did you want to continue on?
It is a Sunday night for me. We can continue for a little while.
Because
yes.
Out of our friends left, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's only 5 of them left. So it's up to you if you want to continue or not.
Let's do it. Let's grab some of our friends. Let's do our friends now. So we have some friends. Oh, that reminds me. Hold on just a second. I'm going to mute my own audio real quick, but you'll still be able to hear me.
You're muting yourself, but I can hear you. Can they hear me? Well, at the end, because it's your 1-month anniversary. It's whatever you want to do.
Okay, sorry about that, everybody. We're making some decisions on some special announcements we may or may not be making here pretty quick. Just saying. Just wanted to make sure the surprise wasn't ruined. So, by the way, wonderful having you on here. Zion Fox, cool you're here. Nice to see you. Like I said, if you want to know about your lore, I can tell you about it later, or you can watch the VOD later. Either way, it's cool. But yeah, let's get our friends in here. How are we going to be getting the pictures, by the way?
So, I know Minnie was just the original one. You have that, right? If not,
I can
find them
in our Discord, I guess.
Here. Yeah. Some of them should be in the Discord. What I would recommend for some of them, though, for example, like 6 and some of them you might need to go to their actual Twitter, like for 6.
Uh-oh. can't access their... Okay, I'm gonna have to go to their Twitter. Oh, I can't go to their Twitter, actually. I don't have minis. I'm gonna have to go to Minnie's Twitter, but I can't access Twitter because I don't know where they are. I'm gonna grab Hope's, though.
Nobody, I got you, I got you. Okay, are you looking for Minnie?
Yes, please. Let's do Minnie next. We're doing Minnie next. This is Minnie next. Amazing individual, very cool person. Going to be doing their re-debut here pretty soon with a new model that, not gonna lie, looks pretty great.
Well, I don't know if the quality's good, but there's that.
Oh, of the picture?
Of Minnie? Like the old one?
Yeah, the picture. Yeah, the old one. We're gonna use the old one. Well, yeah, we'll use the old one. Yeah, we'll use the old PNG. I can actually upload it here. So we are good here. All right, we have Minnie. Minnie Nix. Yeah, you didn't think you were gonna be didn't think you were gonna get some stories done for you today, did ya? Nope. All right, so for everyone, this is Minnie Nix. This is everyone's, at least one of my favorite demon gals. Very cool, and very compassionate. So what I would probably do is I'm going to put you in... Nope, slice of life. What slice of life would we put this in? Oh, I know. Here's what the story would be. Minnie Nix, you are a high demoness. Highest order. But here's the thing. Life in the demon realm is not what humans make it out to be. They all think that demons are evil, destructive, villainous creatures. Well, that's only what they do on the human realm. In the demon realm, these demons are actually very polite, kind, and nice to each other. As a matter of fact, they would love to do kindness to each other just out of the sheer fact that they don't like the stigma that they have. And your story is essentially about you being a kind of passionate, caring, almost big sister-like figure to a group of young demons who are all trying to make it in the world of being a demon, basically. So the normal tropes and everything like that. But we don't watch from the human's perspective. We see this all from the demon's perspective. So when a demon gets summoned, they disappear. When they reappear, that's because they came back. We really don't touch too much on the human aspect of the story. Really, we touch more on what's going on in the demon's side of this story. You essentially are just kind of almost a lord over a bunch of other demons, and it's about your walk through life managing a bunch of other demons and their normal things when they get summoned, who they go to, where they speak, what kind of humans do we need to talk to, what kind of realms do we need to go to, that kind of thing. Almost the logistical side of it, but in a way where it's you essentially are caring for everyone else. You help them with their problems, you talk to them about what's going on with their lives, you are essentially doing your best to make everyone else feel good so that way their job can be done properly. And you do, and part of the drama is you do kind of stress yourself out. But of course, the rest of the demons do come together to make your life feel better as well. And it's a more wholesome side of the demon realms. Don't really go into much of the actual demon stuff, but it's basically kind of a wholesome little show about the life of a demon. So that would be Minnie Nix. That's why Slice of Life would be that. Let's do... yes. We're going to do 6 next. So this is 6. Ooh, and I need to say something very special about 6, by the way. So, for all those of you who are aware, or maybe not aware, this is my artist. This is the individual that has provided you with the cute, adorable, and amazing emotes that you get to enjoy as a tier 1 sub. Okay. So to be fair, so I created my own model. So the model you see before you is actually me that I created. But Six actually is the one that created the cute little emotes you're playing with. The tier 1 emotes. The normal follower emotes, those are me, Nyx, and Zero who created those. But the really high quality ones, the good ones, the higher quality, let's call it that. I hate being that way. Those are actually created by this individual named Six. Super cool guy. Super cool. Very kind. Amazingly polite. Yeah, right. That one I made. That's the one I made. And then the nicer looking ones, the more cohesive. Minnie created those two. Yep, those are the two that Minnie created. Yes. And they're very well done, Minnie. They're very well done. But Six did an amazing job on his. His were made with passion and talent. So, anyway, going to do him real quick here. All right. So, who am I going to do today? All right, so Six. Let's throw Six. He is a zombie, if I remember correctly. Let's put him in a shonen show, because honestly, this seems like the coolest one that I'll make an effing emote with passion. Oh boy. Okay, so for a shonen show, for Six, what would we do with Six? Well, I'll tell you what we're gonna do with Six. Mr. Six. He is a zombie existing in a world full of ghouls. Ghouls that basically have superpowers. Hey, Demi! How you doing, Demi? It's so good to see you. Glad you're here. Sorry you missed your lore. I hope you're feeling better. I really do hope you're feeling better. But sorry that you missed your story. I think you would have enjoyed it. So enjoy the VOD. You're actually pretty early on, so enjoy the VOD. Yeah, I'm sorry. We're actually gonna go into the wrap-up part. We're getting close to the end, so we're still moving along. So for Six, yeah, I think so, 3 or 4. You were pretty early on. For Six, basically what he's getting to do. Yeah, I know it's almost midnight for me. So what Six basically is he's a zombie, and there are a ton of other ghouls and stuff like that. And the cool story about this is it's basically a bunch of ghouls that, imagine like, your typical monsters, your vampires, your zombies, your mummies, all those kind of things. They're all like the normal denizens of any world, given world, stuff like that. And this story is basically about him getting better at just being an all-around cool, superpowered ghoul, right? A zombie with superpowers. And essentially, the conflict is that basically there's like a ton of different factions of these like universal monsters, right? And he's in like a faction of like zombies and vampires, undead basically. And they have to survive an onslaught against like werewolves, an onslaught against like crusaders. So yeah, I'm adding crusaders and like Van Helsing types in there. And that's his job, is to protect his people from invasions of other kinds of ghouls, other monsters, and crusaders, and Van Helsings. And he basically is doing his best to do that job, and he is learning how to use his abilities as a zombie, because at first he didn't think he could contribute much, only to find out that he can contribute an awful lot with his powers because he's an undead. And the cool thing about undead is that when you kill them, they come back. So every time he dies, he learns from something. So yes, we're getting a little bit of ReZero in here, but ReZero with like no time travel shenanigans. If he dies, he reincarnates, but like hours later. So he does learn from his mistakes, but he has to learn them in such a way where if he loses a battle, which he very much could, he has to live with the repercussions of that, but he has to learn from his mistakes as he moves on. Okay, so that would be 6. But yeah, 6 is the creator of our wonderful tier 1 emotes. Okay, we got. Okay, I got it. All right, we're gonna do. Just gonna download them both. All right, sweet. All right. Sorry about this, guys. All right, so finally, not finally, but we got at least a few more left, and after this, we'll probably have to wrap this up. It is getting kind of late for me, and I am needing to get out of here soon. Next on the list, we have Carter. Oh, and I gotta put his link in there. Hold on, give me a minute here. Carter. So we're back over here, and there is Carter. Oop, I'm hearing myself. Goodness, double. Hey, there we go. Carter. Woot. There we go. There is Carter's link, and we have Mr. Carter. He is apparently a war criminal or something of that nature. Carter, if you're in the stream and I butchered that, please correct me, because I would really appreciate it if you did. And we're going to put him through here and down through here, and we're just going to save his image just so I can upload it properly. And Carter, we're going to put Carter into a mecha show because he's got the mechanical arm, and I have an idea for him. So, for Carter is part of a mecha show. A pretty traditional mecha show about 2 military factions fighting each other. Okay, whoop-de-doo. What's so important and what's cool about it? I'll give you the twist. Here's the twist. This mecha show is not about the mecha pilots. It's about the mechanics of the mechas. So there we go. And what's so fascinating about it is that the whole show is about the logistical aspect of making these dumb things work. So, crazy question. Okay, let's Gundam, for instance. Oh yeah, we blew up like 20 different mobile suits. Okay, how do we recover them off the battlefield so that way the enemy doesn't figure out what's going on? Carter's show would tell you about how that works. Oh wait, we have to repair a giant damaged arm. How are we going to get this arm reattached, and on top of that, in time for them to be able to be ready for the next battle? Well, guess what? This show concentrates on that. Another question: how in the world are we going to make it to where we can do all this? So that would be his show essentially, right? That would be what it would be about. It would not be about the actual mecha pilots. It would essentially be more about the actual logistical side of it and how it all works out. All right, who do we have left? We are going really long. I have to actually do something really quick here, so I will actually be right back in a bit. Sorry about this. we are ready to keep going. Thanks for everyone who's stuck around, who will be stuck around. Luxroyd, you have a good night. It was wonderful to see you, as always. And everyone else who is lurking in there, just listening, is wonderful. You're all still here, and I appreciate every single one of you. We were doing Carter. We just finished him out. Demi and Connor's still there. You guys are so wonderful. I love the support, you guys. Oh, hey, Hope. Guess who's next? All right. All right, so. Oh, yeah, have a good night, Ryder Mesh. Seriously, have a good night. You've been lurking from the beginning? Yeah, well, Hope, I think it's about time. Yeah, I think it's about time we threw you into the ring. So, this is Hope. Friend of the channel, very dear friend of the channel. May or may not have passed out 30 minutes before you started. Well, that's okay, Demi. This is friend of the channel. I got your Twitter up here. Everybody go say hi to Hope. He's super cool. And we are going to put you, my friend, into... I'm actually going to put you in Slice of Life, but I'll tell you why I'm putting you in Slice of Life. Here's what it is. Wait, I'm an ecchi? Yes, you are, Demi. And I will tell you why you're an ecchi later if you want. If you're still awake after the stream, I will call you and let you know why. So, for Hope, Mr. Hope, you, sir, and your friends are paranoid investigators. You are all fascinated with the occult and the unknown, of the undead, of the spirit, the ghoul, the haunted. You guys are essentially investigators of the paranormal kind. Every single day, you have a new investigative thing that you're going to be doing by going to a house, a school, some old temple, anywhere in Japan that is haunted. You and your friends go and investigate it. Could all the things you encounter be true? Maybe. Are they always? Maybe not. Who knows? The mystery is behind the idea that you guys are basically constantly trying to figure out, is this real or is it not? And the show constantly makes you question it. Sometimes you encounter something that the ghost might be real, and other times, it's not. You have a rational explanation for one, and for the other one, you don't. Which is crazy. And you just don't know. But at the same time, that doesn't stop you. You, in particular, are such a interesting man of the occult. And the cool thing about it is yes, I'm going to integrate this into your design, is that every single time that you feel like something's wrong, or someone, or somewhere is actually something going wrong that kind of hints towards the paranormal might actually be real, is every time you go somewhere, when you feel like something's wrong, a butterfly will fly past you. A black-winged monarch will pass you. And that tips you off every time and tells you, we might need to check this out. You call it intuition. Others call it a sixth sense that you have. And that is hope. Alright. I have a few more left. We're getting through them. Alright. I think actually, correct me if I'm wrong. We only have one more left. Oh, right. Okay. We got one more left. And this is the Gentleman of the Hour. Well, somewhat. My friends, may I introduce you to, if you already haven't met, this is Lazy and you. This is Lazy, as I like to call him. Our green-haired anime boy. If I'm remember correctly. Hold on, let me just make sure I remember his backstory. No. Either way, I'm going to run some stuff past here. Let's do some Lazy. And I'll run over here. And we're just going to recobble this together. And actually, I'm going to use this picture of him because it makes way more sense too. All right. Okay. Upload the file. Boom, shakalaka, boom, shakalaka. So Lazy. What do we want to put Lazy into? Let's go throw him into, just because it's not filled up enough, Isekai. But what kind of Isekai are we talking about? Well, we've done science fiction. We've done traditional Isekai. We've done space Isekai, cyberpunk Isekai, and Demi Bay just subscribed. My goodness, you keep becoming my favorite demoness. My goodness, Demi. Oh, Shio. Okay, I see. Sino, you, okay, I see. Yes, you are my favorite. You're my favorite demoness. But then again, I don't know many other demonesses, so unfortunately that might not be the case. So either way though. Oh man, you guys are too much tonight. I love this. Oh man. Okay, so we're gonna put Lazy. Hope, you're my favorite. You're one of my favorites. You know that. I have many favorites. I have many children, and I love them all. Except Stangex is gonna always be my favorite. Okay. All right. But now, let's see. Let me double check and make sure this is everybody, because I don't want to miss a single one of you guys. I am pretty sure that this is everybody. Good to know, good to know, good to know, good to know, good to know. Okay, so Lazy is the last one. Yeah, she's baby girl, and she's my baby girl. Well, in the lore, she's my sister, but don't tell nobody. All right, Lazy time. So what kind of isekai are we looking at for Lazy? Well, green hair, cybernetic look, but you know what? He's actually really hard. Let's see. Oh, Demi, now that you're a sub, you can use the emotes now, by the way. You can use them. All right. So, yeah, the little sting ant emotes, you can use them. The ones Six made. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, everybody. A lot of friends of the channel are discovering they can do new things. But I'm still trying to figure out later. You know what? Okay, we're gonna run another poll here. I'm gonna have us run another poll. Give me just a minute here. Okay, this is one of the live polls. We're actually going to stop this poll. I'm gonna make a new one. Here's the question. We're going to do. And I will give you guys context on this. All right. Okay. Just because it is going to be easier for me to figure this out. What? There we go. Here we go. All right, guys. So here's the question for this poll tonight. the second one I'm having. I'm having trouble figuring this out. So what kind of isekai is Lazy going to be in? Because I can't think of it at the moment. Are we going to do a traditional medieval? Are we going to do a high fantasy? Like high fantasy, like magic stuff? Or are we doing sci-fi? So how you do it, for those who need a little reminder, you can either type 1, 2, or 3. That'll go from 1, 2 to 3. Or you can type in fantasy or sci-fi, medieval, and I will give this poll at least until another minute and a half. So let's give that one a little bit of time. So I'll let you guys handle that. And looks like fantasy is doing the rounds here. Appreciate those who've actually been doing it. And then we're gonna give it one more minute to cast your vote. And I am not going to vote at all, although even if I did, it wouldn't change much. Looks like fantasy's going to be the winner here, but we'll see. Maybe someone could sneak in and snipe it. But we'll see. And we are good now. Okay. So we have done it a full minute, and it looks like we got a traditional fantasy. Okay. Traditional fantasy it is. Now I just gotta figure out what it is. So, you know what? I'm gonna do a dark fantasy. Alright, so, as I have said tonight, at least 3 times, if it's isekai, you gotta die. So, since he's gonna get an isekai, he has to die. So, Lazy is a normal teenager, adolescent, adult, who knows? Gets killed. Boom, dead. What happens? He wakes up in the middle of a battlefield. Out of nowhere, starts getting attacked by thousands upon thousands of magical things getting flung back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. He doesn't know what's going on. He's freaking out. What he finds himself in is some weird soldier garb. And I'm talking like, what would you call that? I don't know if anybody here has ever heard of diesel punk. Let me show you a picture of what diesel punk looks like real quick. It is a fascinating little subgenre of steampunk, and it is basically the idea of so let me grab a picture real quick here. This will work. So this right here is kind of what I would imagine diesel punk kinda is like. So what diesel punk is essentially, it's like as if the early gasoline era never died. So steampunk is where like steam engines are the thing. Well, diesel punk is where basically diesel engines, high pollutive air kind of thing happens. Well, bear with me. It's still fantasy. Hold on. So, in the world that Lazy has thrown himself into, he is from an era of cybernetics. So, Lazy is actually half cybernetic, as in he's a cyborg, essentially. Well, when he wakes up, he finds himself still in his cybernetic body, but it's almost like it never dies or rusts. It's crazy. And he finds himself in the middle of 2 warring factions. The Alphinians and the Omegans. Who are the Alphinians? The Alphinians are a race of people that use high magic and traditional magical abilities to power everything that they do. Be it for common household items or even large things, magic is what they use. And then there are the Omegans. Who are the Omegans? Why, the Omegans are people who have discovered engines and tech on a diesel punk level. So they have flying ships things of that nature, but in a very like rudimentary form. So they still use single shot weaponry. They still use rifles that are very inaccurate and short cannons, right? And because of this, what had happened is that Lazy is advanced beyond either of them. He can use magic, but he is made of cybernetics. So he's a blend between the two warring factions, and he is their want. He is what they want the most because he can do both. Because if you're an Omegan, you cannot use magic. If you're an Alphinian, you do not have the ability to create what the Omegans can create. And so with Lazy being somewhere in the center, this guy basically is constantly on the run. And he actually meets up with a rebellion that wants to end the war between the two factions and garner peace. And they are made of both Omegans and Alphinians. And so the story behind Lazy's is what he is doing is he is essentially using his ability, his skill of being combined of both types of the people of this world, and essentially trying to garner peace between the two of them, while also trying to avoid both factions and their higher level corruption on each side. And that is Lazy's. Well, over here it is midnight, 12:16. It is really late. We have gone officially for 3 hours and 13 minutes, and it has been a crazy ride. Goodness. Well, and you know what, Kana? I think I'm gonna wrap it up. I think here we're gonna end it. Want to let you all know, tomorrow evening at 9, and trust me, not this late, I will be streaming with Ms. Kana. We'll be playing Portal 2. Oh, am I loud? Oof, sorry about that. I thought I actually kind of did good on that. But anyway, we'll be streaming with Kana. Hope you all can be there. Also, Ms. Kana has just made affiliate, so I'm very excited for that. And on top of that, we will be streaming collab, and then probably I will have another collab on the 2nd, on that Saturday, with Kenta, and we'll be actually doing another tier list. So that will be fun. So that's kind of the announcements. Another thing is that some of the goofballs you usually see me online with, I will be streaming with them again on Thursday night. So we are just an entire week full of events and collabs. But anyway, for everyone here who's rated, for everyone here that contributed subs, for everyone here that subscribed themselves, and for all of you, in 1 month, I started a stream at 3 viewers for 4 hours. And now I end a stream with what looks like about, let me look, about 11 to 12 people, and all of you sitting around enjoying my stream. I appreciate every single one of you. You all are amazing. I wish success for all of you as well, and I hope we can all enjoy this VTubing journey together. Without further ado though, that is it for me. Any additional announcements that I need to make, I will make them on Twitter, at thatstinga. And then what I also do is I will thank everyone who's been here, and including everyone that helped contribute to this tier list tonight. So with that, with love, everyone have a good night. I love you all. Good night.